ain't never falling off. I keep the racks now. And I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Ain't never falling off. I keep the racks now. And I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Start up, that's a money move. Watch the money move. Go on a money move. Watch what the money do. Watch what the money do. Started from the bottom now. Who on with the same class? We act a fool. We act a fool. We act a fool. We act a fool in it, bitch. We act a fool in it, bitch. We act a fool in it. It's us. Ain't never falling off. I keep the racks now. I'm ballin' like the Hawk. In the pack now, shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them, yeah, still ballin' on them, yeah, still ballin' on them. Ain't never fallin' off. I keep the racks now, and I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now, shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them, yeah, still ballin' on them, yeah, still ballin' on them, yeah.
Let me play it easy, play with me, chopper suit, nigga, he on me. I'm really from the A, yeah, you see it in me. He living like Trey Young, I was born for this. Know the nigga cold with the motherfucking cooking on the stove. Yeah, the nigga going crazy, yeah, I'm rocking at no show. I'm 1,000 for life, gotta keep it in the east street. Nigga play with me, I can make it go easy. I'm the one that really bout it, cut this shit just like karate. Nigga really know what poppin', I'm a player, I keep some options. Get some money, keep it poppin', bitches know that how we rockin'. Number one trending toppin', I'm the one that she be toppin'. Wear white or the gold, cause you know this shit gold. Man, how this shit go. You really got it, yo. Man, I don't put it on my soul. Nigga, turn this shit so glow. Nigga, gotta get it in, nigga. One day we go.
Ain't never falling off. I keep the racks now. And I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them, yeah. Still ballin' on them, yeah. Still ballin' on them. Ain't never falling off. I keep the racks now. And I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them, yeah. Still ballin' on them, yeah. Still ballin' on them, yeah. I keep the racks now. And I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. All that back and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that poppin' like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that.
So be cool, yeah, chill, yeah, tell them calm down. What I'm doing now, we be running up, get money now. Yeah, run the town, hottest niggas never knew that the chopper, nigga, we gon' shoot. It be money, I be rolling dice, I be taking chances. What I'm doing, I be motherfucking getting up to them benches. Niggas knowing, open bag, shawty, all this shit be stinking. All this motherfucking money, you ain't think that I was banking, you ain't think that I had them franking. I was drinking medication, nigga feeling like a patient. I was wasted, ayy, flowing, getting wasted. Every time we woke up, we had them bitches in rotation.
All that back and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that poppin' like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. I got walk and I got act. It's a walking pharmacy. Shit ain't gon' lie, I'm getting the money, it ain't really hard to see. Blow down the pound, go out of town, she really put her faith in the street. I told her every time I make money, money don't make me. I'm the kid. On the balcony, niggas zooted, thinking about how to get rich. Till then, I'ma pop bottles, live it up to the end. Hop off in that charger, pulling off once again. On the side of me, keep protected F and N. So walk in the court, shit, I'm on that shit again. I can see the hate through the ultraviolet lens. Shit, I knew her barrel right when she put off in the bin. And you know I said her right, but you know we got it. All that back and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that pop it like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that.
Yo, what's up, family? It's your boy Demond in the building, man. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks daily. We back at it. I said, let me come in and tap in with the family, man. Just had a couple things I wanted to tap in with y'all, get off my chest. You feel me? But first, salute to everybody who tapping in with your boy, man. Y'all saw the news yesterday. LeBron James is going to the 76ers. Salute to the 76er fans out there that's excited. I would be too. But where does that leave the Atlanta Hawks? Okay, now with 76ers out, LeBron done. Now we still have the Jonathan Kuminga issue. Like I already told y'all, I don't know why we're not keeping this guy. I don't know why him and Jalen Johnson are not our starting wings. I don't know, right? Like I'm gonna say this about the Kuminga stuff, right? All year I have fellow Hawk fans who always, when I'm discussing like Dyson Daniels, right? When I'm discussing Dyson Daniels, I always have Atlanta Hawk fans. The first thing they want to do is throw me analytic numbers, right? And we do know as Atlanta Hawk fans that that our front office do and does rely on analytics to what effect, I don't know. But we do know they use them. How do we know? Because we heard Ansi say it when he's talking about certain players fitting their analytical model, right? So when I look at when people pull up the numbers about Jonathan Kuminga on the Atlanta Hawks, and I see all of the numbers are positive, it makes me wonder, well, why are we not keeping this guy? If all the numbers add up, right? If the numbers with him on are positive on defense, on offense, why are we not keeping this guy? Why are we not adding this guy, building around him and Jalen Johnson together? But I'm just a fan. It blows my mind how like we would just let, like we're about to let Jonathan Kuminga go for like a second round pick. And what else is crazy is that like Hawk fans gonna be like, wow, we got something out of it. Wow. We got a second round pick for Jonathan. Like that's a win. Like I don't understand how that's a win in my book. I don't understand how that's a win if we get rid of Kuminga and we get a second round pick, and just for shits and giggles, let's say we get Max Strus, as everybody keeps saying. Why would we want Max Strus and a second round pick for Jonathan Kuminga? What I had suggested was if I was a general manager and I wanted to keep Kuminga, what I would have did is I would have already been negotiating with Kuminga before the season even ended. You know what I'm saying? before the season even ended, I'd be like, you know what? Listen here, JK, listen here. I would like to keep you on the team. And once again, if money was an issue or is an issue, I mean, the money can be discussed. You can work a contract out that works for both parties, right? Um, am I mad that Jonathan Kaminga want $20 million? No, I'm not mad. When I can look across the landscape and I see guys like what's his name, like Christian Braun making rookie max extension money. I mean, I understand how contracts. I know how the contract game works in the NBA. I see how it flows. You know what I'm saying? I see how it flows, right? But I mean, I don't understand why we couldn't negotiate a deal. You know what, Kaminga, I think you're worth this amount of money. Can we do some? Let's do a 1+1 deal, right? 1+1 basically is a 2-year deal with a player option. Let's do that and see how it works. The fact that we didn't even give it a full season run is like what really irks my nerves when you saw what Kaminga, Johnson, uh, uh, how them boys played, CJ, how them boys played together in those wins against the Knicks. And we're not gonna explore that. I'm not saying give Kaminga $100 million. What I'm saying is when you see something that works, right? And since everybody likes bringing up us beating the Knicks 2 times, I always like to remind the fellow family is that we Jonathan Kaminga helped us win those games. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kaminga was the one guarding Cat at times when we won these games. And the fact that we're not even going to explore keeping Jonathan Kaminga is crazy to me, right? And according to Atlanta Hawks fans, $20 million not even a lot of money. That's what Hawks fans tell me all the time. DeMond, 20 million ain't nothing. 25 million is nothing. When I speak on other players, 25 million ain't worth nothing. 25 million is nothing. 20 million ain't nothing. But I'm not even saying offer him all this money. What I'm saying is you saw something that worked at the highest level. Right? You saw something work at the highest level and you don't want to explore that. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. And once again, if the money part, you can work the money. You can work the money part. And then as far as and like I tell people, my guy told me Jonathan Kaminga wants to be a starter, right? And like I say, man, once again, go refer to the numbers. Go refer to the numbers with Kaminga as an Atlanta Hawk. Why not explore that? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying give Kaminga all this money, build your team around Jonathan Kaminga. What I'm saying is you saw something that worked and you don't even want to explore that is crazy. Now, we all know that Jonathan Kaminga wants to start on the Atlanta Hawks. And what you got to ask yourself is this. When you look at the Atlanta Hawks starting five, okay, and you look at Jonathan Kaminga, and you look at how we play 3 guards, right? Y'all telling me with a straight face that this is what you're telling me, is that Jonathan Kaminga isn't better than Dyson Daniels, CJ McCollum, or no. So he's not a better basketball player or has more upside than CJ McCollum, no, or Dyson Daniels. If that's what y'all believe, that's y'all opinion. I'm not here to argue. I'm not going to argue against nobody's opinion. You're going to feel how you feel, right? But I think that Jonathan Kaminga, me personally, this is just my personal opinion as a fan, that I would actually start Jonathan Kaminga on the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm going to tell you why. One of the main things, right? One of the main things that Hawks fans say, and y'all stop me in the chat, y'all stop me when I'm lying. Don't stop me because you disagree. Stop me when I'm lying to you, okay? Now, Jonathan Kuminga, okay? Jonathan Kuminga, once again, helped us win those games. But here's the thing. Atlanta Hawk fans were saying all this time before the draft, we lack physicality. Ain't that what we were saying? Wasn't that what Hawk fans were saying? We don't have any physicality. We don't have any guys who play with authority, who play with force, who plays with power on either end of the court. That's what people was telling me, right? How else do I know that? How else do I know that? Is because when we drafted Zuby, correct me, stop me when I'm lying. When we drafted Zuby, what was Hawks fans saying? Oh man, we need some physicality. We needed a guy like Zuby, who's tough, who's strong, who plays with authority, who can get physical. Ain't that what people were saying? Excuse me, isn't that what Atlanta Hawk fans were saying when we drafted Zuby? Stop me when I'm lying. Let me know, chat, if I'm lying to y'all. Let me know if I'm lying to y'all, right? And you had a guy who showed you physicality when it mattered, which was the playoffs. He showed you physicality when it mattered in the playoffs. Stop me when I'm lying. And see, that's why I said, and I'm reading the chat, and that's why I said, stop me when I'm lying. I don't stop me because you disagree, because your opinion is different. Stop me when I'm lying to you, right? Was he not the one we put on Cat? Because we had nobody else to put on Cat? Isn't that what people was telling me? When I said, listen to me. When I said, man, Quinn messed up in the playoffs because Mike Brown made adjustments and Quinn didn't, and everybody was like, well, what else could he have done? So when he had put JK on Cat, y'all didn't watch that? Y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't see that? And see what, and I'm reading the chat, and what I noticed is that nobody is disagreeing with what nobody is debating the points that I'm making here. Y'all coming up with little ins and outs, but y'all not saying, Demond, you wrong. You're not saying, Demond, that didn't happen. Because y'all know it happened, because if you a fan and you watch the games, then you seen it. You seen it. And what really blows my mind is that how Hawks fans have some Hawk fans no longer value two-way players. What I've started to notice is that some Atlanta Hawk fans are starting to push that one-trick pony narrative. This guy can't do this on offense, but he can do this on defense. This dude can do this on offense, but he can't do this on defense. Let me tell you what's crazy, man. What's crazy is this. And it's just crazy, and it's just crazy how this happens. Right? Y'all will come in here, okay? Y'all will come in here or be on other forums and say stuff like, and I'm gonna use the homeboy Red, since Red want to come in here with Kuminga sucks and all this nonsense. I'm gonna use the homeboy Red. Red will come in here and say Trae Young was trash because he couldn't defend, right? But then turn right back around and say Dyson Daniel is good because he can defend and he can't, and he's useless on offense. Like I don't understand that logic. I think a guy like Kaminga, okay? I think a guy like Kaminga, and this is what I said, and I remember when I said this, I remember when Kaminga got traded here, and I was talking to some Kaminga fans, and I said this. In Atlanta, with the way that the coach plays, right? The way that the coach plays, he's gonna have to develop a three-point shot. Okay. And I believe, and I think of my boy Mike, he made a good point. My guy Mike made a good point. He said that Kaminga's style of play is slow, meaning that Kaminga, where he's most effective at on the floor offensively, Quinn doesn't like that, which we already know Quinn is not a fan of mid-range shots. And in my opinion, Kaminga eats at the mid-range, which is crazy because so does SGA, right? So does SGA, but for some reason, I guess maybe he's an outlier. I don't know. But I think once Jonathan Kaminga has that three ball, a consistent three ball where he's shooting somewhere around 36% on like 4 attempts a night, I think that changes everything. But and here's another thing. Even though I'm not a fan of Quinn Snyder like that, right? I'm not a super fan of Quinn Snyder. One thing I will give Quinn Snyder credit is players come here outside of Dyson Daniels last year and shoot better from three. And I think that Jonathan Kaminga fits right here with the Atlanta Hawks if Jonathan Kaminga can get the three. And it's unfortunate that it's not the other way around. It's unfortunate that a talent like Jonathan Kaminga on the Hawks, the coach won't adjust and adapt to the player. So the player has to adjust and adapt to the system, which is crazy because I mean, to me, the system hasn't won nothing with Quinn Snyder coaching it. It ain't won nothing. It hasn't made it. It hasn't even made it to a conference final. So, like the fact that we about to give up on I think, in my opinion, I think we're giving up on an elite talent that with a whole bunch of untapped potential. And I think this is the time where you get a guy like Kaminga and you run it. All I'm asking is if we could start Kaminga for half a season and see how it go. That's all I would like to see. I would like to see Kaminga and Jalen Johnson as my starting wings. Put whoever else you want to on the floor. Let me see 40. Let me see 40 games. Let me see 25 games. And if it doesn't go how they think it's gonna go, then move on in. But I think we're missing a real opportunity right here, right? I think we're missing a real opportunity with Kaminga and Jalen Johnson. That's just my opinion, right? Now, as far as the contract and stuff, listen, I was talking to my homeboy. I was talking to my homeboy, a Kaminga guy, and I said that about his agent. I think Jonathan Kaminga's situation right now is due to his agent. Man, if I listen, I told my homeboy, I said, if I was Kaminga, I would have been fired that dude. Like, y'all can't ask him because I ain't tell you who my boy is, but I sent him the message on X. I said, bro, I would have been fired this dude, bro. Because me personally, if I was Kaminga, I would have already had a plan B, a plan C. Okay, well, what if the Hawks don't agree with this? What's the next move? I'm not trying to sit here and fucking wait. What's the next move? What should I do? What are we going to do? Who you been talking to? It's unfortunate that Kaminga's in the situation that he is now, but these days, man, these basketball teams nowadays are penny pinching. They penny pinching. So it's hard to get paid, right? Because every NBA player want to get paid, and I ain't mad at that because, like I said, I look at NBA players as employees, bro. Like this is their job. Okay, this is their job. They want to be paid accordingly. I have no problem with that. One thing about me, I'm pro player getting their money. I ain't never about saving a billionaire no money. Okay, I'm pro player get paid, right? But in order to get paid, you gotta play. You gotta play. And like I was telling my homeboy, I said, if it was me, if I was Kaminga at this point, listen, I'd have called one of these sorry teams. I would have called one of these teams that's really tanking, and be like, hey man, what y'all got available? Just give me a starting role. Let me go here, let me go over here and show the people what I can do so I can get an extension and get paid. But I forgot it was some type of the way the transaction gotta go or something like that to that effect. But at the end of the day, me personally, I would have fired that agent. I ain't capping. You know what I'm saying? I would have fired him. What did he say? Then why y'all was upset when Trae Young wanted to get paid? I wasn't upset. G4M. I wasn't upset that Trae Young wanted to get paid. I said the same thing. I said, in order for Trae Young to get paid, he was gonna have to come out here and win. And then Trae said the same thing when he did that podcast. He said he knew he was gonna have to come out here and win, and it was unfortunate that he got hurt by dude pushing Moji into his knee. It was unfortunate. I'm never about a player not getting their money, man. I'm not, because I'm not about saving billionaires any money. You know what I'm saying? But I just find it crazy how fans will come in here and my bad. I done hit the I done hit y'all had me frustrated. I didn't hit the wrong button. But anyway, I'm back. Show's over. But anyway, I'm back. My bad. But hey, now I forgot the point that I was about to make, man. My bad. I hit the wrong button, Earl. My bad, man. I hit the wrong button. But get the but so now we are, and let me drop the link just in case anybody want to tap in, because your boy, I'm not finna be up here all day. Let me drop the link just in case anybody got anything they need to get off their chest. So I thought you heard the wife pull it. Oh, fuck you, Austin. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. That was a good one. So that was my thoughts on the Kaminga situation, man. And it looked like the Hawks look like we're gonna probably get back some dude in the second round pick. I mean, it is what it is. If you're a long-time Atlanta Hawk fan, it is what it is. You already know what time it is. At least we getting a second round pick and not getting cash considerations like we normally get. Normally we getting cash considerations because we need money for something, right? But that's my thoughts on Kaminga, man. That's my thoughts on the Kaminga situation. Don't know how it's gonna turn out. I mean, it is what it is, man. And let me bring up something else real quick, man. So I decided once LeBron went to went to the Sixers, right? When LeBron went to the Sixers, you know what I decided to do, y'all? I decided to see what Vegas. Hold up, y'all. I decided to see. Let me bring up we got the homeboy Austin in the building, man. What's good, Mr. Austin?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. So I decided to see what Vegas was talking about real quick. So I went and looked. And right now, chat, y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Vegas has the Hawks. Obviously, they got us labeled as a mid-tier Eastern Conference team. They have us projected to finish between the 8th and 10th seed team and they have us at 1,600. We plus 1,600 to win the Eastern Conference, which is ninth in the Eastern Conference after the LeBron to Philly shift. So right now, our projected Vegas odds with the Atlanta Hawks is ninth seed. We are plus 1,600 to come out of the East. We are our title odds. We are plus 4,500, which places us in the lower playoff tiers. Sheesh. Vegas got us coming through as a playing team.
Play hard, get better.
I mean, when does that end, Austin? when does that end? I mean, like
somebody said on Twitter that it ends when LeBron leaves Philly. Only 3 more years. Only 3 more years, and we could.
Man, Austin, you know how many people blocked me on Twitter, man? They said I was a negative fan. They say I'm only talking down on the team. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how's talking down when I say stuff like, so I reposted the video of them 76er fans. I guess they do a show or something, but they're sports. They do sports.
Barstool.
Yeah, and dude walking through it excited. And I put, one day we gonna have a moment like this one day, someday, hopefully. And the dude said I was being negative, I was being a loser, and it really irks my nerves that why would you be considered a loser fan when you're demanding more than what they have been putting out for the last 26 years?
But that's the curse of Atlanta, period, in sports for the most part, with the exception of the Braves. It's like when you've seen this film before, it's kind of hard not to jump on the bandwagon, especially when no one in their current role has already won a ring before. The coach hasn't won it in his role. The GM or president hasn't won in his role.
Right.
So it's like, who do you trust now? Who do you think that could really build this, that saying, hey, trust us, bro?
Once again, Austin, when I bring that up, when I say something, you've been up here plenty of times when I'm talking about Quinn, and what do they ask me? They say, well, who do you want? And I say, I want a championship coach, because whatever his thought process is, whatever the way he sees the game, whatever he uses, what tools he uses to analyze the game, has been proven to work when it matters, which is the playoffs. And that's why I say Quinn Snyder, and it's like fans don't really understand what I'm saying when I say he's a regular season front runner, but a playoff loser. His record shows us he'll win games in the playoffs because, over 82 game season, let me bring up the homeboy C Wonder. Over 82 game season, you're going to run into teams that may have injuries. You're going to run into teams you may hitting them up in the second half of the season, and they may have given up, or they're playing young guys, right?
Back to back.
Right. So your stuff, and that's why they always say you make your name in the playoffs. You get paid from the playoffs. So when I say I want a championship coach because he's been there and done that, and whatever he does has already been proven, people look at me like I'm crazy. And you know what they tell me? You know what the first thing they say? Well, then every coach is a playoff loser. They ain't won a championship. And I'm like, yeah, they are. Right. You're correct.
Especially you did it more than 5 years.
Yeah, like you're correct. Right. You're correct. That's like,
Demond, you know what's funny about that whole thing is, like, if you look at the guys, like you look at Steve Kerr, Frank Vogel, Phil Jackson, like all the championship guys, when they instituted their system, it didn't really take too long for their system to work. You know what I mean? Like Phil Jackson, when he came into the Bulls, the triangle, I think they won their championship at like the year after that. And that's when it started. Yeah, same
Because
thing.
you
With,
got to remember this, C Wonder. You got to remember this part. They already had the hardest part done, and you know what that is?
yeah,
The
Finding the
hardest
guys.
part is getting the star.
star. Yeah, getting the star. Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Once you have the star, because remember what I was saying a while back? I was asking Hawk fans, is Jalen Johnson the number one? And
Yeah.
all these Hawk fans would tell me, no, he's not. Or they'll make up
No,
some
he's not.
bullshit. They'd be like, he a 1E. I'd be like, what is that? he a 1E, a C? I'm like, but
he's not
here's
even
the
a
thing.
1B. He's
here's
all
the
the way
kicker.
down the alphabet.
Basically, they told me he's not a superstar.
Which I've already
or
I already
first
told
option.
you that. Yeah, I've already told you that I don't feel like.
So
Jalen
then you know what I reply with? Then I always reply with this, Austin, and see when I be like, then who are we building around?
Yep, Quinn.
I told you guys that at the beginning when everybody was giving me flack, and I understood what Austin and everybody was saying. But bro, you look at the teams outside of Detroit, everybody's got at least 2 All-Stars or more. Everybody in the East for the most part, right? We're the only ones that only have right back to where we were is one All-Star. And I said the reason why I wanted to keep the guy who's in Washington is that you're always gonna have to have 2 All-Stars, and like you've always said it. Even if you don't think that Trey was a 1A, he's still a piece for a championship team. And if we're trying to get a championship, you're going to need as many All-Stars as you can that fit. He and Jalen fit. I just didn't understand. I didn't understand it, man.
Well, I think that stuff like that, I mean, it really just came down to money.
Wrestling.
And it just shows you
but
that.
You know that you have to pay.
But here's the thing, here's the thing, C1. Here's the thing where the Hawks mess up at. This is where the Hawks mess up at all the time. They always think they can find the player they let replace cheaper.
Yeah, that's cheaper. Always.
No, but Demond, this is the thing though. What they do is they say, okay, so you say Jalen isn't a 1A superstar. So now you got to give Quinn an interception. You see how I'm saying? Like it's they use that caveat to protect Quinn let's see what Quinn could do even after Jalen. Because that's what we said. Let's see what Quinn could do after trade. So then if that doesn't come through, now we 4 years down the line and we back to what, 2018?
Hey, hold on. Can I say this to Earl? Earl, I'll let it go when we get a title, bro.
And that's why I keep trying to explain. And that's why a lot of Hawk fans didn't understand why I kept trying to push that narrative of going to get a Jaylen Brown.
Right.
Because let me tell you something about Atlanta Hawks. We look at all these teams, right, who have multiple star players, superstar player. Like, I don't even know what half the people consider a superstar. I don't even know. Because they'll consider Ant-Man a superstar, and he ain't won nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, Jalen Johnson is an all-NBA guy. He ain't won nothing. What's the difference between both of them? You know what I'm saying? But what trips me out is this. One thing the Hawks have never done is able to get 2 multi-time all-stars on the same team get them on the same team. We have never been able to do that. It's always you getting somebody that's old as hell, Dwight Howard, Tracy McGrady, all these dudes past their prime, or we just run around with one guy and they find somebody else and they trying to turn some MIP guy to a star. Like, just go when a star. Here's something, Austin, real quick, and see when this was crazy to me. Bob Myers, Pat Riley, right? Yeah. Bob Myers, Pat Riley.
Didn't waste no time.
When a star player became available,
they're still producing.
Yeah,
they made, bro.
They're still producing.
Outside that one person they consider untouchable, which in Miami was Bam. Bro, they was like, who you want? Who do you? And what I try to explain to people is when you see these guys, and the reason I like to use Bob Myers and Pat Riley, multiple championships.
Right.
Okay, not one, multiple. So the fact that you're looking at what these executives who win multiple titles do, and fans just be like, that's not smart, that's stupid. No, they know exactly what they're doing because their method has been proven to work. We haven't had nobody come here with a proven method that works.
Nope.
We've never had. I'm trying to think. I'm just running through my head real quick, so I might be off. I don't think we've ever had a championship executive, president, or GM. We've never had one that has won a championship as the lead guy.
Not Billy, not Rick's son, not
the
Ferry.
assistant, not was on the staff.
Right. The guys that I think we had a championship for our team, really as far as like sports, I think it's like Alex from the Braves, and Alex I don't think won a championship necessarily with the Blue Jays if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember.
So we've never had a champion. We've never got a championship decision maker.
No.
Right. No. So once again, now I'm running through my head now. Who was the last coach we had that came here with a title already? Who was the last one? Lenny Wilkins?
Yeah.
And that's what? That's over a quarter century.
30 years.
All the other guys we've had are non-dudes who haven't won, who was making decisions. From the head coach on up.
But you know what they have? Oh, go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, I was saying,
they got Hall's DNA.
The closest guy we had was
cash
Bud.
Consideration.
Yeah, cash. The closest guy we had as far as those type of coaches was like Bud. And because he
but that's why I said. But that's why I said
he left.
The lead guy.
Yeah, he
not
left.
The assistant. Bud was even though Bud was the lead assistant, I'm talking about getting the head honcho, the decision maker.
Right. Yeah,
the head coach,
we haven't
the
had
GM, the president, the decision makers. We've never had one.
Never had that. No.
Lenny Wilkins. So, and people think I sound crazy when I say, well, damn, bro, it's like the blind leading the blind.
The thing is, though, is oftentimes whoever the owner is at the time, because it's been multiple times, it's been multiple ownership groups. Right. They'll get an interview with the president, the GM, or that head coach that you like. Oh yeah, but for some reason, whoever that candidate is, they always walk out the room.
That tells you a lot.
You don't even want to know what my opinion on that.
So
that tells you everything.
Like they get the headlines and have you thinking, okay, this time this might be they looking for the right thing. They looking for the right DNA.
I promise I read something that said that Tony Russell was looking for like a winning guy or something.
No, he did. No. It was that. Remember
when he was looking for a president?
He was trying to go with Marzar. It was Uziri, who's now with the Mavs, and Bob Myers, but none of them wanted to go. For the main reason was they didn't want. Because here's the thing with Tony, we saw it before. He'll stay out for a little bit, but because he's such a controlling guy, he has to kind of put his input. And guys who are like championship dudes like that don't want the owner messing with what they're. We know what we're doing. If you hiring me to do a job, stay away, stay your kids away, and let me do my job as the president.
See, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's the money. I think it's the money. When them guys sit down and say, how much are you willing to commit to the roster? And they say wrestlers say whatever number. That's a no-go. That's a no-go.
Let me tell you, you know what I found? You know what I thought was very weird when he was interviewing, we was looking for a president, was when Buddy came down from Philly. What's my boy name? Elton Brand.
Right.
Now remember, Daryl Morey, he was the GM. Daryl Morey came up there, basically took his job, and he was just like an assistant or whatever. He came down here. He actually interviewed with the Hawks.
Yep.
The following day, Austin, see Wonder, he withdrew his name.
I'm telling you.
Right then, I said, Tony Russell is some limitation he had to where Buddy like, nah, I'm good.
It's that wallet.
You want me to work with one hand tied behind my back. I can't do that because then if the team don't succeed, you're going to blame me for that.
Well, can I say this too? And I understand what Austin's saying because I remember. Have we ever went into the luxury tax? with Tony?
No,
is?
we've never been in
Yeah.
a luxury tax.
So we
ever.
never been. So right there is like I agree with Austin, and he's right because I forgot about that. Because Tony, we every single time when we were about to get to the luxury tax, we always salary dump. It was either John Collins, it was either Kevin Herter, it was either DeAndre Hunter, it was Trey. Whenever it got almost too expensive and he was about to pay the tax, he immediately tried to cut corners.
Which
is
is crazy because he the one that gave John Collins the money.
the money.
Right.
Most of these extensions was his idea.
Yeah,
in
he
the
gave
first
John Collins the money because he didn't because honestly, not honestly, because
Travis.
I never forget that first offer was like 4 years, like $90 million. And then JC turns it down. And then that's when we come back, like at the end of the season, they gave him. I'm like, what in the world? Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Come
I
to
think
find out, it came
Travis,
from the
yeah.
owner.
Yeah.
So
Travis
I mean-
knew, just like honestly, Travis knew the market. Like John was not gonna make that money. He's like, all right, you're gonna be coming back because you're not as valuable as you think you are.
yeah,
Right.
and it's about it. Listen, I don't have a problem with teams negotiating with play. I don't even got a problem with that. My issue was this: when you look back and if you start with the Luka Doncic trade for Trae Young, every move since then, including that move that Hawk fans could consider a negative move, was not done by the basketball executive.
Right.
Like that's crazy to me.
Right.
How do we know that Tony Wrestler was the one that told Travis get the deal done about Luka and Trey? Because Mark Cuban said it.
So
Yep. 3 years later.
Yeah, he said he got on the phone because Travis and them was taking too long. He got on the phone and called Tony Wrestler.
That right there should let you know it was a bad deal. You calling me?
Austin, I don't know if we would have been in any different of a position.
The deal for
if Luka, though, to
DeJounte
be
Murray.
fair.
The deal for DeJounte Murray, the boy
Nick.
and how do we know that?
Mm-hmm.
Because old buddy who was a Hawks beat writer leaked all the information in that Athletic article. I don't know if y'all read that article. It's a couple of years old now. Where he just told everything that happened.
Yep.
That Travis told them
They're paying.
hey,
We're paying way too much.
yeah, the player's good. You're just paying too much.
Way too much.
Which is crazy because then fans take it out on DeJounte Murray. And Murray didn't do nothing for us but ball.
And that's the problem is if you're gonna go all in, then you throw the hand in before you even get time to materialize. Then what?
That's what I said.
Because if you think about it, Trey and DJ, they didn't even get a full healthy season together.
Ever.
They didn't get one season. They didn't get a full season under Quinn.
Right.
Or together. Yeah.
Right. So if you and in the chat they saying we had a great offseason. Can I say this right quick? All right, we had 3 teams in the East add a superstar, a top 10, top 15 players. 3 teams. Then we had 2 other teams in the East who got healthier. That's the Pacers and Boston. Because Tatum is going to be healthier than he was last year, and Halliburton is going to be healthier than he was last year. So how did we have a good offseason when you compare it to the East?
Let me
No,
give you.
Austin,
Let me
it's
give you the.
good for Hawks. It's good for Hawk standards. That's what it
Let
is.
me give you. Let me give you the, Austin. Let me give you the non-Unk. You know they like to call us Unk FC, right? Let me give you the non-Unk FC answer.
Or they get
to
an
that.
offseason to jail together. That's right. Training camp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the answer to that, Austin. Here it go. This is what they told me now. This is straight from Young Fan FC. Okay, they told me the Hawks got better. We just didn't get better than the other team.
So
But
did you
we
get
got
better?
So then I said, you know what I said, Austin? I said, I thought the point of
That's what
getting
Jake
better was getting better than the other team.
Other teams.
What's the point of getting better how you get better if you didn't get better than the other teams?
Demond, this company says here, if you get a raise for $500, but your bills go up $600, did you get a raise?
No.
Did you? Are you $100 more in the hole than you were?
Bro, I'm
previously?
like, I was sitting here like, hold up. I said, wait, we got better but we didn't get better than the other team. No, Demond, but we got better. We better than listen, here go, y'all. He's like, we got better. We are a better team than we was last year. You know, the first thing I said, y'all know, you should know the first thing I said. I said, all right, well, let's bet it.
You ain't gonna bet.
So according to your logic, if we got better, if we're a better team than we
have
was
a better
last year,
record.
we
have
should
a
win
better
more
seed.
games.
Yeah, better record, better seed.
Now all of a sudden, no offense to my boy C Wonder, but now all of a sudden everybody's a Christian. When I say put some money on it. I don't bet. I'm like, since when? I only give 2 passes: religion and like addiction. Besides that, bro. But it just tripped me out how fans love to say we got so much better. But then when I say, well, this is what I don't understand. If the team got better, your expectations should be more.
Should be improved.
So I should see the results on the floor and in the standings.
I can't tell you how many people have been trying to pump up Dort in the last couple of months. Like, you guys don't have any idea how good Dort is. And listen, I don't think Dort is a bum by any metric. Like, he is a phenomenal defender. But people acting like he's like Joe Dumars or something. It's like, bro, he is the reason why he was on the bench during the Spurs series. He was unplayable offensively. He could not shoot worth a flip. He couldn't really dribble or create his own shot. So you mean to tell me that you're going to partner that with Dyson, who we already know has a very iffy shooting? Like, that, I'm sorry. Like, I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, where do we get better at? Yeah, you could say defensively we got better, but defensively wasn't really the issue we had. Like, we got better defensively when we got rid of Trey and everybody, which I already knew. So it's like,
you got rid of your weak
defenders.
You got rid of Trey because you wanted a taller guard, but then you got rid of your taller wing to get a 6. I thought Lou Dort was 6'7". When I saw he was 6'4", I was like, what are we doing?
He's the same size as Kingston. He's the same size as Kingston Fleming. It's like, bro, I thought and the other thing is, and I think Mike talked about it, is that I love honesty, but he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. You said you wanted to help develop the young guys. What development we gonna get? Zach gone. You got a whole log jam at the guard position now. So how is Kingston gonna get minutes?
This is the thing.
I don't get it.
See, one of the thing is, unfortunately, Ansi has now tied himself to Quinn, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the sad part.
It seems like he's deferring to Quinn.
Yeah,
and I mean that's
what I feel.
Okay. If that's what you want to do, cool. So now, Cujo said we're having the positivity. So the positivity.
I'm being positive.
This the positive. Jalen might take that step. Right now, we trusting in Jalen. Jalen might take that step.
That's the only thing we have is Dyson and Jalen. We hoping those two.
I mean, we have Kingston. I'm trusting in Kingston too.
I don't know what people think when they say positive. Like, am I supposed to be up here?
That
like,
mean
go
blind.
Team, go all the time.
Be lying and being delusional.
Go team, go. Go team, go. I can't. Bro, I don't understand. This will trip me out, man. This will trip me out. Hawk fans, we have been accustomed to mediocrity. We have been accustomed to accept whatever is given to us. It's facts.
Right.
Let's be honest here, right? Let's be honest.
Yep.
You trade for Lou Dort. What does that do?
It helps your defense, but that's about it.
How much does it help?
Well, it helps. It depends on how you utilize it.
Right, because guess what, bro? Let's be honest. You can't have you're not gonna have Dyson and Dort on the floor.
I completely agree with you. The spacing
you're not gonna score no points.
The spacing would be god awful, and the offense would grind to a halt. It would be horrible.
You won't score any points.
Yeah.
And also, like I said before on Twitter earlier this week, Lou, he's not used to the whistle he was going to get in Atlanta.
No,
it's a complete different whistle.
Yeah, you're not gonna get away with that fouling in Atlanta.
No,
you remember you remember when Kristaps Porzingis said the same thing when he was like, hey,
"That's what I said." I said that on Twitter. I retweeted that. I said, "Well, he got fouled. He thought he got fouled. He looked at the ref. What's the girl name? One of the Hawks reporters. She had tweeted the video of Porzingis looking at the ref like, "Hey, I got foul," and I retweeted. I said, "Bro, that's not a foul when you got a Hawks jersey on, pimp.
Right.
Nope.
No,
You got to play through that."
Let's play on.
Yeah,
you got to play
about
through that.
Dyson. Remember when Dyson he kept getting these ticky tack fouls in the beginning of the season after he had runner up defensive player of the year, and we all were like, "Bro, you can't allow him to play physical," and it's like, "Oh well, it's because he's a Hawk."
Let me tell you right now, man. Okay.
It is, man.
I just don't understand why Hawks fans. Here's another thing. I ain't figured this out yet, man. I ain't figured this one out yet. Why do people think Ant-Man is coming to the Hawks?
Like other teams won't want him.
Yeah, exactly. Like they
With better draft picks.
better draft picks, better young talent.
Yeah, because they developed their young talent.
Exactly. They showcased it. They showcased the young talent.
Like, why do people? They be like, I'd be like, man, we should have got Jaylen Brown, and they be responding to me, man. They be like this, man. I don't have a problem waiting for Ant-Man, and I'm like, one, how you know he even coming here? Two, if we didn't, according to some Hawk fans, if we didn't have the players or the assets to get Jaylen Brown, how you gonna get Ant-Man?
Who's younger?
And here's another thing. If you was upset because Jaylen Brown made $60 million, what you think Ant-Man money gonna look like when he get that extension in Minnesota?
Especially with the you know that the cap gets higher and higher, meaning that money's gonna get more expensive.
Like, that's why I be so baffled. I be like, some of y'all fans, y'all are so one-sided. Is that what I'm looking for? You're so biased toward the guys you like and not really being honest at, hey, this is what we got right here.
Wait,
because guess what? You could have had a Jaylen Brown type guy.
Wait, Tank. You saying Ant-Man said he want to be a Hawk. He's from Atlanta. He gotta say that. The whole time Dwight Howard he was in Orlando.
I don't remember Ant-Man saying he wanted to be an Atlanta Hawk.
No. In the draft, he said that when he was asked to go to Atlanta, he said it would be a dream come true. Like
what he supposed to say? No, I don't want to go.
Exactly. And then he can't come home. That's crazy.
Come on, see Wonder. If you have the potential, watch this. If you have the potential, you at the draft, and they like, see Wonder, hey, you 19, you going somewhere in the top 5, and the top 5 teams were the worst 5 teams in the NBA. And the reporter walked up to you and said, "See, Wonder, would you love go? What about you going to the Nets? They won 2 games. They was 2-50 last year. What you gonna say? You gonna say
no? I don't care. Right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, I'm not going to Brooklyn because
you're not, because your agent's gonna already brief you, listen. He's gonna tell you, hey, when they come to you, you are happy to be here, and whoever team picked you, you're going to be honored to represent that team.
I gotta take the poker face.
That's what you're going to be doing.
I couldn't do, but Damon, I'm different. I'm a man of integrity. I tell my agent, I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here if I see a team that sucks.
Let me tell you what you're not going to say. You know what you're not going to say? Yeah. You're not going to say, I'm not going to that team because they're not good. Because here's the thing, C Wonder. When you're a top 5 guy, when you're one of the top guys, you already know you're going to a bad team.
I got to go to a tanking team. Yeah, you're right.
So. You already know that. It's just which bum team is going to draft you.
Well, let me say it this way.
But I don't believe that, because a player is not going to come out and say that. A player's not going to just come out and say, I bet you could probably go find other videos where he said, I would love to play for whatever team.
Right.
Yeah. Doing the draft process. So I don't believe that. And here's another thing. It doesn't matter what he said at the draft. It no longer matters. Because now he's in Minnesota, where they taking care of him, where they're doing everything they can. Bro, every year they switch out guys for him. Bro, they done got rid of Cat. They picked up Randall. They went and got Gobert. They did all this for Ant-Man.
Well, really, they
got rid of Buddy and got bought LaMelo. And guess what's gonna happen if that don't work in 2 years? What you think Minnesota gonna do? You did it.
Probably a year.
Damon, if they have no more wiggle room, they gave up everything they had for LaMelo, so they don't have any.
That's what they said. They said they had no more wiggle room 2 years ago too.
Bro,
hey, when you want it,
face.
Hey, what are y'all scared of? It just sounds like a lot of scare talk on here. It just sounds like a
Okay, let's
lot
talk about
of
scared.
scare
Talk
talk.
to me.
It's
What's scare talk?
it's scared
What's scare
money,
talk?
bro. That
What's
sounds like
scare
scare
talk?
talk.
What's scare
We
talk?
talking. We got a lot better.
Okay, how much
Let me
better we get?
explain.
How many games? No, we ain't even. Listen,
50.
listen.
50.
Archie,
50.
I don't even
50.
need. I don't
50.
even need to hear
50.
why.
50.
Okay,
50.
you think we gonna win
50.
50 games?
I already know where
50.
it's going.
Stop all that scare shit.
Okay,
Like,
let's
what
put
we
some
doing?
bread on
What
it
is
then.
we doing?
Let's
What
put
is
some
we
bread
doing?
on it. Let's put some bread
That's
on it.
cool. Hey, you see, I'm at work.
Okay, how much you want to put on it? How much you
We
want?
put
I don't
50?
got us
We
winning
put
50.
We can
Huh?
put 50. We can put 50. Like something
No,
like
let's
something
do
like
300. Let's do 300.
hey, we niggas got bills to pay. You on that bullshit?
Oh, you
you on
got a
you on that
believer like
bullshit.
that.
Archie, you can
No,
pay a lot of
hey,
bills.
hey,
Somebody that's
no,
300.
Archie, you at
No,
overtime?
no,
You doing overtime right now? You got bread.
Oh no, I got bread, but I like to travel though. Nah, bro,
Okay.
we got a lot better.
Hey,
We got a lot better.
but
300 is
guess
crazy.
what, Archie? Think of it like
300
this.
crazy.
Think of it like this.
piece.
But guess what? You're gonna be able to travel. If what you say is true, you're gonna travel with an extra
Bro,
300.
50 piece,
Listen.
bro. 50 piece, bro. Y'all doing all this scare shit.
This
Y'all scared of LeBron? He's 40. He's a million years old. Y'all scared of Philadelphia?
You right, Archie. LeBron just won the playoff series.
We're not even talking about. We're not talking about that, Archie.
Hey, who y'all
Also,
scared of?
LeBron just won the playoff series. When the last
Archie,
time
I
they
got
did that?
300. You
A
gonna take my
playoff series
300?
against the
Archie,
a playoff series against the Rockets?
Archie, you gonna take my 300?
That's still
I'm
more
trying to
win
give
more
you
series than we
$300. I'm trying to give you $300, Archie. Come on now, take that
Make it
bread.
150. Make it 150. Make
Bruh,
150. We can
I
make
don't
some work.
understand how y'all true believers in what y'all say, but y'all. I'm putting
say
300 because
Archie.
I really believe what I'm saying. I got 300.
Archie, this is the teams that I'm concerned about. That
No, don't explain it to us. Hold on. We gotta work this deal first. Hold on.
If you say the
Archie
Cavaliers,
said we gonna
I'll
win
leave
50.
right now.
Bro, let me tell you something. Vegas,
50.
which usually be minus 1 or 2 games off one. Vegas got us under 40 wins this year.
Nah, Vegas tripping.
But I believe in you, Archie. I believe what you saying. 50 wins, so I'm gonna take 300. I bet 300 that we don't do it.
He's trying to sell you a car, Archie. You need a car. He trying to sell you a doggone brand new Buick Park Avenue.
It worked though. It worked.
I know somebody who got a Buick, and it was like a brand new car. And the transmission went down. It had like 20,000 miles on it. It didn't make no sense.
We got.
I think he took it back to the dealership. They told him my bad or something. Like it was
I'm
like,
just saying, man, like we got so much better. Y'all don't want to put no bread on this 50 wins.
But Archie,
hey, Archie, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this right here. Let me tell you this right here. You know the team I'm scared of?
Who?
The Atlanta Hawks.
That's on you.
The Atlanta Hawks scare me to death.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, look,
hold on. Jack, come. Hey, leave and come back. Your screen don't pop up. I think you frozen.
But
I want to explain why we shouldn't.
The Atlanta Hawks.
This is a good team.
The Atlanta Hawks
we can't
scare
see
me to death.
All we see is a shadow.
The Atlanta Hawks scare me to death because with this coach you got here now,
exactly.
and the players that you have here, you got a lot of unproven players. Then I don't know how Lou Dort is going to integrate.
Is he better than Nate McMillan? Is he
not in the playoffs? He's not.
No.
Not in the playoffs.
Them was his plays. And we had two other playoff series. We had two other playoff series where he got damn near German swept by Miami. What happened then? What happened then? No, what happened then? We got swept. When we lost to Miami, the second year, the year after the conference finals, when we lost to Miami, and he had his playbook. Remember when he had his playbook? It was none but mid ranges. It was BS offense, BS defense. We got in on the play-in. We just made the playoffs. We have 2 MIPs. We're gonna get a third one because Okongwu's gonna win. Watch out for it. I called it here first. Okongwu's gonna win most improved.
Make sure we
write it down.
Up when we get
write it down. All y'all write it down.
Wait a minute. What is
for real?
Okay, what is Okongwu gonna improve on?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Shooting, rebounding. He's gonna
shooting what?
About
shooting
hey,
what?
Hey Jack, when you want to talk, just unmute yourself. I muted you because you got that background noise going on.
Is it good or not?
Oh, he gonna find more than the top of the key to shoot at this year.
He gonna shoot from the corners. He's had games where he shot 10 threes and made 8 of them. What are we talking about? He's a sprayer.
Yeah.
He shoots more than Chet.
Hold on. Let me go back. I need to go back. Hold on, Archie. Hold on. Go back a little bit. You was talking about we lost to Miami. What was your point about losing to Miami?
I'm saying Nate McMillan is not. Quinn Snyder's a better coach. Let's stop that.
No, I got to disagree with that.
Let me ask you this, Archie.
I think they're the same. I think they're on the same tier.
I don't really care. I don't know why we bring it up, Nate. But here's my thing.
I disagree with that.
Quinn Snyder has won absolutely nothing. Quinn Snyder's playoff record is abysmal. Quinn Snyder has done everything. I don't know what else you could do in the playoff. You blew a 3-1 lead. You blew as you tricked it off as a number 1 seed. You tricked it off when you had the number 1 offense. You tricked it off when you had the number 1 defense. You tricked it off. People talk shit about T-Man, but T-Man the one that put 40 on you in the bubble playoffs when you tricked off that lead in the playoffs. Then you come to Atlanta, you don't make the playoffs, and you didn't have your guys. According to Quinn fans, he never has his guy. Last year, everybody was living it up. Quinn got to when the game mattered, and you was down 60.
Also, Archie, one thing,
Archie. Who else beat the Knicks more than once?
Who else beat the Knicks?
Wasn't the Knicks beating everybody by 40? Whoa. Wasn't the Knicks beating everybody by 30, 40 points?
Okay, they got right against
indestructible. The Knicks swept 2 people.
Okay, let me ask you this, Archie. You know what, Archie? You're correct. Now name me a team that was down 60 that they beat.
I don't give a fuck if they down 60. Name me a team that beat them more than twice.
Name me 60 and
name me a team that beat them more than once.
I think on this topic, the thing that kind of was eye-opening to me. If you rank the 5 best players in that series, how many of them are Hawks?
0. No. I'll say
CJ.
I'll put Jalen. We talking overall, right? I'll put Jalen at 4.
Yeah. So like in the Knicks and Hawks series, A, when do you get to your first Hawk, and B, is there a Hawk even in the top 5?
And that still would be the case next year.
Yeah, and I mean, like, granted, does Quinn deserve some criticism for how he started the year? Yeah, no, absolutely. But like,
it was a lot of injuries. Porzingis was in and out that lineup.
Wait, I don't really know what you want him to do against the Knicks.
Well, no, you know what, Jack? Here's my thing. Here's my thing. You know what? And you know what, Jack? I'm glad you put Jack. You know what, Jack?
John, at the time.
Yes, you did have kitchen sink to throw.
He didn't have to punt the last game. He could have tried to
sitting up here waiting till game 6 to do it.
No, what it was is
wait until game 6 to do it.
No. What it was is if he just would have played our guys and we won the last game, you don't play the Knicks.
Right.
But this coach trying to be on some bullshit. Hey, we're gonna just sit this out and hope that the Celtics beat the Magic. That's why you end up playing the Knicks.
Right.
Because the coach tricked off. He threw the last game.
More scared talk. You got to play the best to be the best. More scared talk.
He didn't have to play the Knicks.
I bet 300. Go ahead, run it.
And guess what?
Run it. 300.
Hey, come on, you got to bet.
300. Hey,
give me my shit when the time comes.
I'll mark that down. Archie,
if I owe you money,
at 300,
I'm gonna give you 2 payments of 150.
Well, it don't matter.
2 payments of 150.
He wanted 300.
Listen. I understand the economy and gas is high in the economy. I understand that. I take all forms of payment. Payment plan. I take Bitcoin. I take Ethereum. Whatever you got, I take.
Hey, can I say something? So
this is a bet.
I just had to comment on the scare talk. I don't like the scare talk. I'm about to go back to
Archie got
too much scare talk on here.
Hold up. I just want to make sure we good.
Let's clarify the bet.
I'm betting Archie $300 that the Hawks don't win 50 games.
There you
Archie,
go.
that what you betting, right, Archie?
Yeah.
You're betting that the Hawks will win 50.
2 payments of 150.
Hold on, Kool-Aid. Now, Demond said they won't win 50 games. Archie's saying they will.
No,
is that the bet?
I got the bet. I'm saying what I'm saying is that he betted
That's the bet.
He betted that he won't be able to pay the 300 in full.
2 installments.
Archie said he'll pay the payments in 2
I know
payments.
Archie good.
Okay, yeah, we got all right.
No, ain't no injury.
That's all I
None
know.
of
I know
that.
about the
50 wins.
Hey.
No caveats. No caveats.
None. We bet straight
ain't-
up, man. Straight up.
Straight up. No caveat. Whatever team it is from beginning to end got to win 50 games.
Check this out.
Hey, all I gotta say is this is your public service announcement. Don't gamble, kids.
Can I say something, guys? Can I say something?
See Wonder.
But don't do all the scare talk. I gotta go back to work. But stop
They
all the
got the
scare
fever
talk.
now.
It's
It's too late.
Stop all the scare shit.
Hey, see Wanda.
But I'm holler at y'all.
All right, Archie.
Hey, check this out. This for me and you, see Wanda. This for me and you, see Wanda.
50 straight.
They gave us hell when we were loving on Trey Young for how many years?
Come on, we not talking trade, bro.
No, I know we ain't talking Trey, but I just had to say that because I'm gonna give them hell until we win. Just like they gave me hell. I'm just
get him.
Check this out too.
I told him.
Did y'all hear what Sam Mitchell said? Y'all know who Sam Mitchell is, right?
Yeah.
He's the NBA coach for the Toronto Raptors, MVP player, basketball player. You know what he said? He said, you know what he put 92-9 in the zone in their place when they tried to come up with that same crap about winning those 2 games. You know what he said? He said, I know you ain't trying to use that 1-point win of going up 2-1 and come right back and get blowed out by 60. And then he said the same thing that I said, and he put them in their place again. And they were talking about Lou Dort. And he said, what is Lou Dort? How many games did he play last year? They told him like a few games, He said, now how in the world you think the Hawks are going to be competitive with role players when everybody else is gearing up with all-stars?
Right.
That's what I be saying.
How you expect them to be competitive? You're not going to, and this is what he said as a coach, you are not going to win with role players. That's come from a MVP coach, okay, MVP basketball player, and Sam Mitchell put them in their place. And you know what they did? They got quiet.
Because here's the thing, Kool-Aid. Here's the thing, right? John, Kool-Aid, me, Austin. You got C Wonder, younger than us. Jack, younger than us. Here's the thing. All this time, you know what's never changed? The key to winning the NBA championship. You need star guys. You need back in the day, you needed just one. Okay, you could pull off just one sometimes, but even when you go back and look at the great teams, they have multiples.
Oh no, you
wait. Wait.
Hold up.
Wait, Demond.
Go ahead, Austin. Go ahead, Austin.
Either you need a great player or you need a top 3 or top 4 coach. If you got a top 3 or top 4 coach, he could get you more than what you should get.
He ain't gonna get you no championship, coach.
I think if you, really, honestly, a perfect example this year would be the Heat. The Heat got a top 3 coach and a top 5 player. I don't think they're winning the championship at all.
I gotta see them fill out.
This is what I said on my show.
I gotta see them fill out. I gotta see them fill out the rest of the roster. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Giannis and Bam getting you to the playoffs automatically. You already
They'll be a playoff team.
Now what your problem
there are a couple exceptions to the rule.
Well, hold up, this your problem though. This your problem. Now with Philly, now instead of all them role players going to Miami, now they got 2 teams to choose from. They could either go to Philly or Miami. Like those high level role players, you're gonna see these guys getting bought out. Because what's the name? KCP about to get bought out, so he can go to Philly.
KCP's making the right move.
Yeah, so once I need to see who else Miami get. I heard Miami. But
hey, check this out. To get a championship, you have to follow the LeBron James rule. LeBron James always go and do what? Go and gather the players to get a championship. It's the LeBron James rule. Organization need to follow that. He need to follow
now Kool-Aid, they've been following that. Now hold on. Let me say this.
It's only one LeBron James, man.
Let me say this.
LeBron James know how to gather those all-stars together to come with him as an all-star.
Kool-Aid. Brown went first on his own. Brown went over there first on his own. Right. So he just saw Brown over there. I'm gonna come with you.
Oh no, I'm talking about the argument, but here's the thing, because he saw what happened. LeBron James would have not took Philly if Philly would not have picked Brown to complete that task of building those.
Right, I'm finna tell you. And like I try to explain to like some of our younger fans. At the end of the day, when you compete, when you win a championship, the first thing you need to do is get all the good players. Once you get star players, and you'll hear this all the time, you get the star players, the rest of it's gonna figure itself out. What do I mean by that? When they be like, well, DeMond, you gonna give up everything to go get? I'm gonna just throw an example. You gonna give up everything to get Giannis? Yes. You know why? Because guess what? Then you gonna have guys like KCP. They're gonna look at Atlanta and say, that's a chance for me to go win a championship. It's an opportunity. LeBron gives you an opportunity to compete for a championship. We know nothing is guaranteed, but he gives you the opportunity. So, but now with LeBron over there with Jaylen Brown, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Embiid, that's why you're gonna see guys. That's why you see guys like KCP willing to go over there and play for a couple dollars. That's why you saw LeBron say, you know what, I want another shot at a championship. I'll go to Philly and pay. I'll play for $8 million because I value an opportunity to compete for a championship. In Atlanta, you have no opportunity to compete for a championship. That's why we don't get those guys. No one got
opportunity though. You got opportunity.
I'll go after UC Wonder.
I just go ahead. Because I was like, I remember me and DeMond got into it about Jaylen Brown because I was like, bro, it's gonna cost a lot. But after seeing what Jaylen Brown went for, I'm like, well, bro. And then after seeing Zach get traded, Kuminga more likely to get traded, I kind of understood now why DeMond was like it. I was like, well, if that was the case, we could have just packaged Zach, packaged JK, we could have packaged Dyson.
Anybody not named Jalen Johnson should have been available, and I'm gonna tell you why. But here's the logic behind that.
Yeah,
it's because you had a chance to get a top 10 player from last year, right? For pennies on the dollar because Boston had to move him.
Yeah.
Right. With Ant-Man, you're not getting him for pennies if he even become available. You're not getting him for pennies on the dollar. And guess what? Now you're gonna have to compete with the other teams who want him.
Well, actually, DeMond, I have actually done the math on this just because, I mean, you know, obviously if you go off the history of what's involved in the front office, Mac
oh, he going Robo.
Oh, you breaking up, Jack? Jack must be out there today.
But like I was getting ready to say, Jack, can you hear Jack? I didn't want to go in front of him.
I don't hear nothing. Jack.
Now I'm going to go after you, John.
Yeah, he running. John. Jack, he running into a bad sale.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go on here.
Jack must be out there in the woods.
Yeah,
he ran to the bad sale. But there are very few exceptions to that rule about how to build a championship, and that's one of them is Detroit with Chauncey Billups and the rest of them. They were not a superstar team. Larry Brown wasn't no real top flight coach.
Let me add. Hold on. I'm just gonna add one little detail.
Okay.
How many of those Pistons was drafted by Detroit?
I don't think any of them would.
No, two.
Tayshaun Prince
and Rip.
That's it.
That's real.
Yeah. And how many of those was number one draft? And how was them?
Go ahead, John. I just want to add that point in there.
Drafted?
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. I didn't really know. But one thing about the point that was being made, there are very few exceptions to that rule. Okay, you got to have stars. All right. Now, in addition to having stars, you got to have an ownership group and a coaching staff that those types of players will trust. Okay, you got to have that. And see, that's what we missing. That's what we missing. We have a bad reputation around here. John, bad reputation.
Enjoy the ride, John. Just enjoy the ride, like Jay told us. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, hell no! I see, and you should have no. See, one of y'all should have heard 92.9 and that turtle on 92.9 trying to say the same doggone thing. Yeah, talking about enjoy a freaking ride. Man, you don't enjoy no doggone ride when you got a bunch of folk that don't even have a damn driving license driving the car. Just like
Little man, you sounded like me in the chat, little man. Look, little man say, I'm little man. Little man say, I'm done with it, man. Put some money up, man. Go ahead, my bad.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing. People do not want to come to teams on mercy missions. They don't want to come to no team where they know they're going to be the one that's going to be blamed, and they're going to be the one that's going to be the workload or the workhorse all the doggone time. That's going to catch all of the flack and all of the junk because the team didn't put anything else around. Okay, we are forced right now. The Atlanta Hawks are forced right now to be dumpster diving. We are forced to try to find other, get in the draft to try to get somebody else's garbage or trash to try to make this team worth something because nobody wants to come here. All of these stars that went from team to team to team this year, Atlanta was not on the radar. Atlanta was not in consideration. Nobody wanted to come here. Well, y'all need to get that through y'all head and understand it because nobody wants to come here. You are going to have to do it from the mud. Atlanta's going to have to do it from the mud. So this is going to be year 3 of a 20-year rebuild.
Before you go, Austin, we've been trying to get it out the mud since 2000.
You ain't made it because and you know why? You've been having stupid dumbasses trying to run the doggone team, folks' sons, people that you grabbed off the street in the Waffle House. Yeah, folk that don't bit more have no business trying to run a basketball team and the man in the moon. And see, that's another thing. We refuse to go and get people that will tell an owner, get your ass up in that booth, stay your ass away from this damn team and let me do my job.
Because they don't want to get fired.
Nobody gonna say that.
No. See, the thing is, that's why
you don't. If I'm the owner, you talk to me like that, I'm gonna tell you get out.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna get in all of it, and I'm gonna get in front of every camera I can. The Atlanta Hawks don't want to win because they do not want to put in the work.
That's cool, but you won't be working for me when you say
that's what Travis Slink is doing up there in Washington right now. That's why you didn't get Saw. That's the reason you didn't get Saw. I can imagine Slink telling Saw, looking at what happened to Ricochet, that could have been you.
I know
you'd have been in Atlanta. That could have been you.
Saw telling Zach, I told you.
What's good?
Hey, right quick.
Go ahead, Austin.
And that's what I like to do. Put names to the draft picks. Because if you're a team like the Spurs or the Thunder, and you got a great history of drafting and developing people, then you may not want to trade your draft picks. But when you're the Atlanta Hawks, and you say, okay, for instance, 4 years ago, if we would have traded 4 first-round picks for blah, 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 for this superstar, you would have got these 4 players. And now you look at your roster, the only one of those 4 players still on the team is Asa. You're like, oh, I'd make that deal all day, any day. So we sit in here saying, no, we can't trade draft pick for a top 10 player. We can't trade draft pick for a top 10 player. Meanwhile, we end up getting those draft pick, and they end up not even being top 10 on the roster.
Or they're in the G League, or they playing overseas.
Or they go be a preacher.
So
if you end up
not AJ Griffin.
So if you go do that, it changes how you view them draft picks. Damon, you and Larry been saying that for a long time. It does change how you, like I said, if you the Spurs, where if you get a top 10 pick, you're gonna nail it every time, or 80% of the time, that's different. But when you the Atlanta Hawks, unless it put a top 2 protected on that thing and then just trade it.
I mean, because go ahead, Kool-Aid. My bad. Go ahead, Kool-Aid.
Yeah. The thing is, man, is that when I was trying to tell people, when you make a cake and it's supposed to be red velvet, it should taste like a red velvet cake, man. And in actuality, that's why I keep saying, look at the teams who are winner and sort of do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we in Atlanta, what I'm saying from my time, I mean for a long time, especially with the Hawks, we've been having too many ownership. And I don't know how long the wrestlers gonna be owners, but I don't think the way the wrestlers is going, I don't think we're gonna get a championship out of this ownership. Okay, it's gonna take for ownership to change before us to get that. And you see the progress of the Atlanta Hawks history when the wrestler came in and they did open up to a championship-minded manager, and he came in here with the strength. They allowed him to have his way for a little while. When he decided to go and start trying to build his team as a Golden State team, try to mimic it and everything. And with Travis, I thought Travis, when I bought my season tickets and when they started and Travis decided to tank, I actually thought that Travis was going to be our manager for a long period of time. And the ownership did that backbiting stuff because Travis showed through. He started saying no to them a lot about their decision. Now this is the thing what I want people to understand with the Trae Young and the Luka thing. Travis wanted Trae Young the whole time with the concept of building with like Golden State, like Curry. Okay. Cap. You can cap it all you want to. You can cap it all you want to, bro. I was there. I'm just telling. I was there, man. I'm telling you, Travis. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I was there. Okay, I just don't cap me, man. Just let me finish. Whether you believe it or not, I was there.
I'm telling you what, bro. I'm telling you what Mark
Cuban said. I'm telling you what Travis said. Okay, you want me to play? You want me to pull it? Go to my show one day, and I'm gonna pull up the sound bite of what Travis said up on the day of drafting Trae Young. We wanted him the whole time. If you listen to what your boy said,
Kool-Aid, they always say that.
You know who you want. Okay, let me finish.
Kool-Aid, they always say that.
What he supposed to say? You know what? I drafted this guy. We didn't.
No, let me finish with my point. Let me finish with my point because let me finish with my point. Okay, because if the wrestlers when he called what his name called the wrestlers, if he wouldn't have got involved with what Travis wanted to do in the first place, okay. We would not have this Trae Young, Luka Doncic debacle. It would have never happened because then what Luka would have went on and did and got drafted by Memphis, most likely. Okay, because that's what I'm saying about an owner getting involved in something that a manager is planning to do. And when you say, and Travis said he was trying to build. Like over there with Golden State, Luka was not the person who was gonna be the point guard like he was watching with that. Okay, now let me finish. Then I'm gonna let y'all can chime in on it. Okay, now my point I'm making is that the wrestlers gets involved in them in situation too quick. That's why Budenholzer saw the same situation when Budenholzer told them when they came in, I didn't want to tank. Now, let me say this. Budenholzer was manager / coach. Guess what he did? He got a 61-win season before they started coming up in here. They went to the Eastern Conference Final, okay? Yes, they got messed up. Yes, they didn't win. They did. And then guess what? When it came down to it, they didn't want it came down to it. Okay, they didn't want to give certain players their money. Okay, they didn't want to give Teague and they didn't want to give Hartford their money. Okay, so we went on. So we had to move off our draft pick that was supposed to be our nucleus of the team. Okay, Budenholzer didn't want to be here because he didn't want to tank. So then Travis come in with the concept of tanking. He took it for a little while. Guess what? When everything was going the way Travis wanted to go, it got us to an Eastern Conference final. I'm talking about results. I'm talking about results. Okay, I'm talking about results. So we talking about ownership now. Let me get to my last part. We talking about the ownership now. Once we get to the point where Travis starts saying, "Oh no, I don't wanna." Okay, Nate is not my coach. Even though he's the fill-in, but he's not the coach I want to bring to take us in 2022. But no, the wrestler jumped their butt in on that. Okay, when it came in on that, he wasn't even thinking about getting Cam Reddish. That was the coach that wanted Cam Reddish. Okay, it wasn't nothing about Travis on that. And then when it came down to it, guess what? When Travis started pushing back with a lot of power and saying no to Murray, then okay, the wrestler say no, we're gonna pull this stunt on you, and now we're gonna replace you with our boy. Okay. All that backbiting, all that cheating. Now you replace him. Now Travis gone. Who really should have been your guy, and you should have respected him and gave him the power for taking you to your doing second Eastern Conference final with 2 games with injury away from taking you to your first finals. No respect, no love for what a person have earned to get. That's what. And so now we at a point now where now you got a backbiting again. To the point where they backbited on Landry. Landry had made an agreement to build a team around Trae Young, and then you backbite again when he started the process of drafting players, and that's why he went and got. That's why he got Zach. He started the process. He started dumping the salaries of Hunter and Bogey, okay, and then you get backbited again. Right when we start trying to get to that championship and build around Trae Young and get him the max contract, then the wrestlers come in and then trick off again and go put a rookie Unsi in place. And then Quinn and him pull his stunt.
All right, let me say something.
That's my last point, is that we got an ownership that just won't get out of the way to let a powerful championship guy. Now Travis over there is CEO with the Wizards. Now watch what happened with them.
All righty, my boy.
He's gonna show you how to build from ground up.
My boy, Jordan Lee with the $2 super chat said the Hawks gonna be 45-37. East will be tough this year. The homeboy Cortez, $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Say Atlanta Hawks act like they not the number 6 city in the world. Players to be here, just go get them. I feel you. Now, back to what Kool-Aid was saying. Okay, real quick, because Kool-Aid said a lot. All right. I'll start with Coach Bud. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Coach Bud, amazing coach. He was an awful president.
Terrible.
He gave Kent Bazemore all that money, and Kent Bazemore was trash. Bud got upset with Tony Wrestler because at the end of the season, Tony Wrestler wanted him just to go back and be the coach. He wanted to get another president. Bud was not happy with that. They didn't agree. They decided to go their separate ways. I mean, Bud was over here getting faded anyway. You know what I'm saying? Called a DUI. Matter of fact, he just called a DUI, but he called a DUI as the coach for the Hawks. I mean, whatever.
I'd have been drinking and driving.
As far as
no, he called it before he coached.
And then with Travis, I'll say this about Travis. I believe if Travis was still here, we'd be way further along than where we at right now. I believe what Travis Link, what people fail to realize is, once again, in my opinion, as a fan, let me make sure I say this because everybody, as a fan on the outside looking in, okay, and I'm reading the same articles that everybody else is reading. I'm gonna tell you what I got away from a lot of that stuff, and then I get off this Travis stuff. People don't give Travis credit. He got here, he had to tear the team down. We was on bad contracts with old guys. He knew that. We had to tear the team down. We tore the team down. Okay. I mean, I think the only thing I didn't like that Travis did was he could have offered Millsap something. I mean, it ain't what he wanted, but he could offer them something. Consider Sap was here, because Travis didn't even offer Sap a contract when Sap left to go to Denver. Besides that, he tore the team down, and then he started the rebuild, right? Travis Sling, I believe Travis Sling knew exactly what he wanted to do. One, I don't believe that Travis Sling wanted to trade Luka Doncic. I'll never believe that. Nobody could tell me no different, especially when I hear the owner, Mark Cuban, say he called Tony Russell to get the deal done, right? So, but obviously that's water in the bridge. That was just my little opinion on that part. With Travis Sling also, Travis Sling, he didn't say don't get Murray. He said what we're paying is too much for Murray. He said you're paying too much, but instead of listening to the basketball guy, the guy with the experience, we decided to listen to Nick, Trey, and Landry Fields. And this is the result you get, right? Another thing, with the Atlanta Hawks, when people talk, the thing that pissed me off about the Murray deal is this. Okay, after you already gave up all that stuff, it goes back to the point that y'all made earlier that I've always said also. You never sat there and gave that backcourt a real opportunity, and you never really built around that backcourt. Because at the end of the day, what Dyson Daniels did in the second half of last year is exactly what the fuck Murray was doing, minus the steals, right? But people always like to talk about Murray's defense, but people forget Murray had to carry the team in the second half of the season because Trey was out.
Right.
Which is funny, but it just shows the hypocrisy in the Hawks fan base because now they don't talk about Jalen Johnson defense. You know what they tell me? But he carries the offense. Well, when Murray was carrying the offense, y'all was mad that he won't defend it. So, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like I tell everybody, man, the one thing the Atlanta Hawks has never done in my lifetime, right? They never just went and got the top players to win. It's really that simple. We never, when these big time free agents become available, we never go get them. It's always something within this organization that stops the Hawks from going to get top level players. It's just like what the homeboy Jordan just said in the chat.
Kobe.
You didn't want to give up Kobe Buffkin to get. What are we doing here?
Because of
what
Queen.
are we doing? And in my head, when I read stuff like that, who knows within the organization who played that part? Because I could see Tony Ressler sitting there saying, because remember, Siakam wanted an extension. So I could see Tony Ressler saying, how much is it extension? Nah, I'm straight. Nah, don't do that. But I can also see Landry or Quinn saying, you know what? We got to give up Kobe Buffkin. And you know why I say that, Austin? Because I look at the Jaylen Brown stuff, and and Brad Stevens didn't want to give up Hugo Gonzalez to get Giannis.
It's crazy.
So stuff like that does happen from the front office point of view because they look at these players and they see them as a certain. They project them to be certain things, and then when it comes back to that, they're not. Which it seems like it only works against the Atlanta Hawks because Kobe Buffkin hasn't done nothing. Cam Reddish has done nothing. Kevin Huerter he probably got another 2 years and he's gonna be out the league. Never made an all-star, right? John Collins, even though I like John has got a nice role in the NBA, but he's not an elite player. So
can I say something right quick?
That's why. Let me say this last point. See Wanda, then you can go. That's why I get frustrated when I say when a star player become available and I say let's go get him, and Hawks fans tell me he make too much money. And I'm like, how do you expect to win? But then they'll turn right back around. We go get once again, and no offense to these players because they're good players, but I'm just using them as an example. But then we turn around, they go get Wiggins, Carter, and Dort, and fans want me to celebrate like we just got an MVP.
We got an MIP.
MIP.
We got enough of those. I'm trying to see, do they hang those banners up in the arena?
What's the name on the trophy?
Go. Who knows?
But anyway, I just
go ahead, Steve Wonder.
Like you to your point. I mean, I remember I was talking about like the DeJounte Murray trade, and I liked DeJounte. I did. I thought it would be a good backcourt because you finally had somebody that could facilitate when Trey was not there, and also Trey could defer. And there was moments where you saw, like against Houston and everybody, and then even against Boston, where it's like it can work. You just got to give it time. But like you said, they weren't ever healthy. They didn't really build the team around them. The guys that they were hoping that would help them strengthen them, they were either hurt because Jalen got hurt, I think 2 seasons in a row, and they were really banking on him. John Collins' fingers got jacked up, and they were trying to help, wanting him to be a part of the group. And even then, they even talked about, like, if they would have pulled back on the draft capital, you could have still had enough to get Kevin Durant with John Collins' contract when he became available with the Nets. And you could have had Trey, DJ, and Kevin Durant on this team. Or if you were going to trade DeJounte Murray, you could have also got Brandon Ingram, because you remember we were interested in Brandon Ingram, but just like you said, Tony didn't want to pay that extension.
Now, I don't know that. I just said I could see that happening. I mean, I don't know that. I don't know it. I'm just saying I could see that happening because I know the Atlanta Hawks do not want to go into the first apron. We never have. We never will. Even though it be these same fans who be like, I don't blame Tony Russell for not spending the money because we ain't good. And I'll be like, well, how we gonna get good?
If ever gonna get good if you don't pay.
You don't want to go get the good guys who make good guys make money.
That's
what's
the
up,
thing.
John.
And like I said, I don't want to keep harping on it, but John understands what I'm coming from. Kool-Aid just said it. That's the thing that was infuriating to me every time I'm on social media talking to people about number 11, about he didn't do enough. You didn't pay the guys around him or get the guys around him that he could do with.
I mean, when it comes to Trey, man, I'm sure we can all agree, man. At the end of the day, they didn't put. They didn't. I will say it like this. They didn't put half the effort that the Knicks did for Jalen Brunson.
No, not even close. I mean, you see what the Wizards did?
The Knicks over there playing, bro. Jalen Johnson contract will be the fifth highest player over there.
So it's like,
and now let me say this. We gonna go back in history here for a minute, because somebody made me remember something that I had forgotten. And Kool-Aid, I'm surprised at you because you didn't remember, but you're gonna remember what I said. The Atlanta Hawks had a power forward here playing center that used to get mauled all the time. Used to get tore out the frame all the time.
Whoa.
You know what they did?
Whoa.
They went and got a real center. They went and got a real center and played them both together. You know who that was? That was Christian Laettner, who was the power forward that we played at center, and then got Mutombo. We have had a combination like this before. Well, hey, Demond, quit mashing buttons every time you mash buttons.
Because somebody got that background noise going on, man.
Oh, you know what? I did hear something. Something.
It irks my nerves. So I'm trying to.
Oh well, it was loud too. It was loud. But at any rate, toe out the frame, D Plover. Toe out the frame.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, no. See, that's y'all. See, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that y'all can't say nothing now, because every time you say something, folk be talking Paul all the damn time.
I say that all the time. And I'm in the.
Don't make no doggone sense.
It's not even worthy. I say that
because every time somebody say something that somebody don't like, they mash the down button on the elevator, and the elevator don't never stop going down. But at any rate, Christian Laettner and Dikembe Mutombo were here together, and Christian Laettner was 6'11". That went again, Demond.
That might be you, John. That might be you.
That might be you.
How is it gonna be me?
Because I muted everybody and it's still happening. It's got to be you.
Hello.
You got volume or something playing? Turn your volume down or something.
Are you still hearing it?
No, I don't hear nothing now.
I think that might be the stream or something, because see, I heard it that time. But I didn't hear it over here, through my phone. It's back. But at any rate, I might be exceeding your wattage or something. At any rate. But see, you had Christian Laettner and Dikembe Mutombo here. Twin Towers. You played them both at the same time. 6'11" Christian Laettner, 7'1" Dikembe Mutombo. Now, why can't this see, this is why I hate Quinn. I hate Quinn.
Oh, hate him.
Passion. HATE, stupid, dumbass. Because the writing was on the wall way back in 95 and 96 of how you staff and stack a team. You went and got a star. Dikembe Mutombo was a low, quote unquote, low grade star that you got from Denver. I think that's where we got him directly from. Or however we got him, we got Dikembe Mutombo.
He was a top free agent. He wasn't no low guy. He was a top free agent.
So you went and got
he had just eliminated
Mutombo.
Seattle.
Yeah, you went and got Dikembe Mutombo, and you already had a 6'11" power forward. Okay, and okay, well, I started for Ty Corbin, but we won 56 games the very first year he got here. 56 games. But your coach here now want to have a 6. Say what?
Jordan was the only team that we were very competitive with Jordan too.
Yeah. And see, the thing is that we go get a 6'8" center. Want to start a 7-footer behind him. Want to put him on the bench and have him come behind him. And that man out there by himself is 6'8". Stupid. And I hope you see this, Quinn. And if I see you in the street, I'm gonna slap you. Because it's just damn stupid.
But that's not the reason. I don't think that's why we lose, though. I don't think that's why we're not competitive. I think we're not.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, it was why you weren't competitive in this doggone playoff series.
No, I think we wasn't competitive. No, I think in this playoff series the reason we wasn't competitive because we don't have the playmakers. So when didn't I name two?
No, didn't I name two that you had?
No, because the Knicks. I'm gonna tell you what the Knicks did. The Knicks exploited us and they made us play their style of basketball. We are a fast-paced team, and I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it was really working. Because if you go back to game one, the Knicks score. It was early first quarter. You could see CJ McCollum when we was taking the ball out. He was telling them to hurry up. He's like, "Come on, what y'all doing? Speed it up." And we end up playing to the Knicks tempo. And then what happens when you slow the game down? Now this when you really see who can get you a bucket. And when I say playmate, like we didn't have a lot of people get on Zachary Richards say about self-creation, right? He can't self-create. But then when I look at the playoffs and I look at Jalen Johnson, and whoever else supposed to score the ball for us, I was getting no self-creation from those guys. That's why we couldn't score the ball. So when the Knicks locked in, after we went up 2-1, we didn't score over 100 points ever again in that series.
Right.
Because they found out that the only score that we really had was CJ McCollum. And they shifted their defensive focus from Jalen Johnson
They put
to CJ McCollum. So once they shut down CJ McCollum, we was out.
Now, yes, you were dead in the
with
water.
CJ and Kuminga.
And Kuminga. And Kuminga,
you were dead in the water.
Hey, Austin, which is another reason I don't understand why we're not keeping this
we're
guy.
not signing J.K.
Hey,
You
I
not
sound like your boy Jay.
Kuminga
I want to sound like Jay. I want to sound just like Jay. Hey, man, they just was a better team. Ain't that what Jay said? Hey, man, we couldn't beat them because they just was a better team. Do that make sense? Why we can't build a team that's the better team? Oh, man, don't worry about it.
Look at this quote right here. Hey. This quote right here. We lost because of size and physicality. Look. We traded away size in Zach, and we don't want to keep the physical dude with JK.
So Jay, how's that make sense?
Like,
bro?
that's crazy.
Oh my god, y'all got to stand. Jay he just like Foot. He think he's smarter than he actually is, bro.
But the thing,
Jay.
What I'm trying to figure out
is just a big swinging pendulum. Ding,
before we leave this thing today, look, man. Can I say one more thing? I'm gonna be quiet. Before we leave the thing, can we talk about how can we start the thing to start? What do we think as the people on this panel right now? What we should start doing in the next year to start really building a championship.
Fire Quinn.
What we start thinking about.
Fire Quinn.
Okay, that's the first one where it started. Fire Quinn.
Start Kingston.
Start Kingston. Yep. Start Kingston.
Start Kingston.
You got to prioritize his minutes.
Start Kingston. Start Kingston. I would start if I was starting to build a championship team right now. Kingston would be my starting point guard.
CJ on borrowed time.
Yeah.
You need to get a star player. That should be your priority. It don't matter.
Too late now. We ain't got no money.
Exactly. Hey, Demond, there you go. You just said it, Demond.
Listen to me.
Hey, look, Demond, you said it just right.
Until you get a star player, we're just developing the dude.
And they ain't coming.
Now. Exactly.
They're not coming.
And what we should do, and let me tell you something else. You get draft picks to put together to go and get what, Demond? A star player. That's what you put your draft. Not just if you're gonna gather draft picks, you got if you got gonna look, you got to start. You got to do one thing. I don't know what the next 2 or 3 classes gonna look like in the draft, and who's coming up. I don't know who's watching that, but I guarantee you, we should start tanking today. That we're not gonna get the star player.
We can't tank.
We should start tanking today.
Kool-Aid. We can't
taking no work now, man. Now you got to be mid to get the best odds. You got to be mid.
See, you can't.
I forgot about the rules.
Kool-Aid. Everybody broke the rules except us. They made out like fat cats.
Yeah, everybody broke the rule last year, but us.
Whoa. Demond, put Jay up here. Because this is what the ignorant stuff I be talking about. Put Jay.
You're right. You're certainly right.
Put up this stuff right here.
Which one?
Not good. Zach ain't good.
He said, bro, Zach just wasn't that good. Cats just don't want to. Oh, Zach gone. I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. This is my problem with it. I want to ask Jay. First of all, why wasn't he good? Was it because Zach never showed flashes? That's a lie. We've seen him play great. Even when Trey was not in the game, we saw like multiple 20-point games. The only our coach would put our number 1 draft pick and give him a DNP on his birthday. How many times have we been on this very stage? Demond. We talked about it in the Thunder game. We talked about it in the Hornets game when Zach was playing great on both ends, and Quinn took his butt out in the 4th quarter when we needed him. So don't tell me that Zach wasn't good. That was the coach stuff.
And here's my real opinion. My real opinion that Zachary say is this, man. If you went and looked at what Zach did in France, okay. If you go back and see what he did in France, what I don't understand is that what he did in France, what he does on the national team is the same thing he did in Atlanta. So I don't understand why fans come up with all this. He can't self-create. He don't attack and finish it. That's not what he was doing when we.
That's not his game. That's not his game.
We didn't draft. Right. Now I'm not saying that's something he couldn't develop.
Can't work on. Yeah.
But what I don't understand is how can you be mad? And this is why I get everybody like with Tank. Here's the thing, C Wonder. Here's the thing. Guys like Tank and others who talk about Zach. This is all I say. All I say is this. I respect if you upset because Zach lacks a certain skill. I understand that. Okay, you say he can't. My favorite one, he can't dribble. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. But when I come back at you and say, well, guess what? Dyson can't shoot. I expect you to say, you're right. You're correct. He can't. But what I get is this. He does other things. He has, and that's not. And see, that's my problem with some fans, because some fans. Once again, they develop these biases and they have their favorites. They say they don't, but they do. I don't, because you can go in any chat. I tell them, trade anybody. I don't trade them. Trade them.
Hey,
when they trade Trey Young, I didn't come up here hooping and hollering. When they trade Zach, I don't come up here hooping and hollering, because guess what? At the end of the day, I don't have loyalty to no players. That's why when somebody tell me Zach can't do this, if I agree with that, I say sure he can. Yeah, he need to work on that. But when I flip it and say, well, the guy that you like can't do this, here come all the excuses. Here come all the what they like. Here comes all the context. Demond, you ain't had no. Here's the context. He can't shoot. Just like you say he can't dribble, he can't shoot.
But JJ too, you can't defend, and I can't tell you how many times I've had to argue.
Jay, I'm gonna tell you what JJ problem is, right? JJ problem is this, man. You lack all that shit comes from it starts with your freaking head coach. Because if you go back to when Quinn's very first game as the head coach, he did an interview. It wasn't a full interview, but they asked him, how come you're not how come you're not starting? No, she said, what would be the deciding factor between starting Jalen Johnson and AJ Griffin? He said, we're gonna rotate, but both of them need to work on their defense. Nate McMillan said the same thing. Jalen Johnson needs to work on the defense. But with Quinn Snyder here, what I've learned after I've done research is this. He doesn't really like confrontation. Y'all probably heard me say that before. He doesn't really like
Mikey always says that there are certain questions that he doesn't want to answer in the press conference, especially about his rotations. And a lot of the problem was
he don't like confrontation. So that tells me
most crackheads don't.
So that tells me when if you don't like confrontation, I mean you're scared to hold people accountable, because guess what? When you hold people accountable, even though you may be the head coach, guess what? That player may push back against you about something. Well, you're not holding this dude accountable. You're not blah 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 blah. So Jalen Johnson, the defense has been like that for years now. This is not new. But once again, fans have biases, because guess what? 2 years ago, you were just ragging on DeJounte Murray about defense, even though he was leading us in the second half of the season to a 500 record against teams over 500, not tanking teams. But now all of a sudden is and that's what be tripping me out about the fans, man. What's good, Austin?
One thing I want to say, y'all know I'm a Zach fan, so I'm happy he got traded to Dallas, so I get to see him about 15, 20 games a year. But the thing that gets me is they're gonna say Zach is trash based off of one coach. But
hold on, Austin. Pause.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Carlos. That is pause worthy. That is.
Whoa, buddy.
Hey, you know what's funny? Carlos always want to talk about me and some of the stuff I be doing, but that is
about Whoa, Los.
Carlos. Now I'm questioning you, bro. You got
Los, you trying to tell us something today, my boy?
Trying to say something? I told you I was projecting. I told you Carlos was projecting all the time.
Breaking news.
Hey, bro.
Hey, chat, y'all see that? Let me bring that back up, man. Hell no. What the world? Oh, my days.
No, Carlos was projecting all the time.
Shout out my boy Carlos, man.
Oh, no.
I feel you, my boy. Hey, be yourself, my boy. Be yourself. I ain't mad at you. What's up? What you about to say, Austin?
But only thing I'm gonna say.
Oh, you see what else he put down there? Put the right comment down. Don't try him. You see that?
I'm just he typed it. I was just showing it. I didn't say it.
It ain't our fault.
But no, all I'm saying is, but then we take other projects that.
Wait a minute.
Dyson first head coach gave up on him.
Yeah.
Kurt gave up on Kuminga. Now couldn't get a shot on his first team.
On his first three team.
Right. So, but now because Quinn, who give us on a lot of young players, jettison him, now we think he trash. But the problem with that is, to get star players, you're going to need young talent and draft picks. So if you can't develop the young talent without getting emotionally attached to them where you can't part with them in the trade, then you're never going to be able to get a superstar in Atlanta. Because one, we know a superstar not going to just come and sign here.
Nope.
We're going to have to overpay in the trade, and that's going to take the young talent. Like right now, what is Ace's trade value?
Probably, I mean, if I was being honest, I'm gonna be 100%.
No, he's a
honest.
throw-in.
If I was trading for Zach, I mean trading for Asa right now, I mean I would start with 2 seconds.
Second round.
Yeah, I would start with 2 seconds. See if the Hawks bite.
Which he is way better than that. As far as
I mean, we think he's better than that, but what I'm saying is, if you're another GM, why would you give more than that?
No, Austin. I get what you're saying. They haven't showcased him. They haven't
exactly.
Oh,
y'all were talking about value, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like when you go in and they're trying to get a superstar, they looking at your roster like, why would we want Lou? We could have had Lou for 2 second rounds ourselves. Why would we want No? We could have had No for a mid-exception. Why would we want Dyson? He's overpaid. Blah blah. You get what I'm saying? So you looking at all this
too. Dyson, they were trying to shop Dyson around, and nobody really was trying to bite.
But wait a minute. Did you hear all those people that were talking about? Oh, Dyson does so many other things that he's just. And then when I was saying that he was going to get paid $25 million, no, he ain't getting paid $25 million this year. He only getting $7 million, but signed a contract with guaranteed money. I mean,
they say that they do that on purpose. You know that, right? They do that on purpose because they know what you're saying, but they just.
But see, my thing is they think they're gonna blow something by somebody by saying something stupid like that. Knowing better.
Hey, guess what? That $25 million kick in this year. He better not come in here shooting no 30% from 3. I'll tell you that much.
Bad boy.
He can shoot from one spot right now. That's one thing I do know. He can shoot from one spot. Him and Double O gonna be bumping each other off of their spot.
The problem is we ain't seen him shoot in front of 15,000 people yet. That's the problem.
Exactly. That's his mental hurt.
That's the problem. We need to see him shooting in front of folks.
Well, he need to do like the NFL, pump some crowd noise in there, grab some folk off the street, call them all kind of names.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same. Basketball.
Take him from level A to level B.
At basketball, hey, we right up. Fans is right up on them players, so they hear.
Put them speakers on the floor.
No.
You sorry, Australia.
Guess what? I think
kangaroo.
We either play Dallas or San Antonio in preseason. I'm gonna be at whatever game it is. I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna be hollering at him, Demond. Holler at him. You kangaroo. You pouch.
All right, I got a question I do want to ask.
You pouch, baby.
Austin said something, and I love Kingston Flemings, but let's be honest. How realistic minutes is Kingston gonna get?
He's not gonna get nothing. He'll be in the G League.
He getting he getting what's his name minutes. Think of what's my boy name we had last year? My boy came from the Lakers.
I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see
it. Yeah, he getting them Gabe Vincent minutes.
He should at least get 16 minutes a game.
I believe it when I see it.
Around there, he gonna get.
He should get at least 16.
I want him to have 20 at least. Do the thing. At least do it like 20, man.
I'm
gonna tell you like this. Here's my projection.
He's gonna need a crash course.
Here's my projection. Okay. Hold on,
Carlos funny. Carlos funny. I can't even take that. I can't even laugh about that. That's funny. That's funny.
That is funny. 8-second tributes video.
Not the 8-second video, but
Cujo. I know who the coach is.
Not the 8-second tribute. Oh heck no, man. I don't even know what they gonna put in the video. The draft day and then what else?
Look, I wouldn't even insult that man by putting up a video.
They're gonna show him clapping on the bench.
And they're gonna start the video off like this. It's gonna be the day he get drafted, and it's gonna be the next video. The next one is gonna be his letter to Atlanta.
That would be an insult to that man to even have a tribute video. Y'all show him on the big screen up top. Clap for him and let him go on about it.
They're not even gonna show him at the top.
But this is one question I do have though. This is one question I have with Lou and Dyson. I wonder, is Quinn looking at that as a chance for Jalen to play more 3?
He ain't a good defender at the 3. Man.
But if you got, that's the thing. If you got Lou and Dyson, Jalen could guard whoever the worst person.
So hold on, we doing the Trae Young thing now?
Wait a minute. Now, Austin,
because that would
now
bring
Austin,
all of y'all,
y'all need to watch Leroy Knight breakdown of these playoff games. There was a play that they showed where OG was at the 3-point line. Dyson and everybody else on the other side. Wasn't nobody around JJ. JJ standing out there in the middle of the damn Pacific Ocean. Hawaii right here and the California coast way over there. He's standing right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. All right. Cat gets the ball. OG cuts behind him, lays it up.
Oh, that's daily, man. We get that twice a game.
And see, now see, the thing is, and I said it when Lloyd Pierce was here. You should have had another coach. I would have brought Mike Fratello out of retirement and made these jokers play man-to-man defense the entire damn game so that they would know how to move and go against people instead of this zone. This zone defense that the Atlanta Hawks play is the laziest piece of mess I've ever seen in my life. Because these jokers,
I will say this,
they cannot play zone.
To their defense, we do not play a lot of zone. To their defense, I will say that.
Look, not the way JJ standing out there watching folk and not attaching to anybody.
It's the switches that get us.
JJ ain't even checking nobody to be switched off of.
But I'm saying it don't matter if we play zone or not. What you just said, John, gonna happen twice a game. It happen all the time.
But what I'm saying,
no. This happened the entire game. If it wasn't JJ, it was Double O. Double O going to people that not even. I mean, you already got a man that's following the man.
I know you talking about. This is when Mike Brown made the adjustment and they started running everything through Cat. I know what you're talking about now. When they started running everything through Cat. That's when we really start getting trouble because you didn't really have a length. He didn't want to put Jalen Johnson on him. But that's what I was we was running some of Kuminga on him, but the problem is it wasn't that Kuminga was guarding him. The problem was back to what you were saying. It was times where Jalen would get beat on a back door, or it was times like when Double O, it's like they didn't know their assignment. They would run into each other, leave the dude open, all because they was running offense through Cat.
But
John,
the difference is if he gets beats backdoor like that at power forward, it's different if he get beat at wing and you got a power forward in the center there.
Behind you, yeah.
Whose job is
this
to
is
protect the ring.
This is the problem. JJ wasn't checking nobody.
Well, that's not going to change.
Why is that not going to change? Now, see, you all saying that JJ don't play defense
because somebody got to hold him accountable, John.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
see, that part.
Yeah, so we don't. You don't expect that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Change.
John,
you're right about that part.
John, if you see it, if we see it, if Leroy see it, we know the coaches see it.
No, I don't think so.
They do analytics. You know they see it.
So the thing is this, John, your question
do they know what they're looking at? That's the problem.
John, your question should be, why isn't it being corrected?
Right.
But here's your thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because one, they're not going to take Jalen Johnson out over no defense. I'm going to tell you that right now. No. He's not coming out the game because he's not a good defender. Same reason Trae Young didn't come out the game because he wasn't a good defender.
Same reason Luka don't come out.
The same reason Luka ain't going to come out the game because he ain't a good defender. I'm not even going to say they're not good defenders. I'm going to say because they're not trying on defense. Okay, because we know defense. I mean, but I ain't going to get into that. But they're not coming out the game. So if you're not being held accountable for doing – if you're not being held accountable, nothing going to happen. The only people who get held accountable is who? Rookies and people who making a little bit of money. Right. That's it. If you consider the star player, Jalen Johnson, at the end of the day,
that depends on what team you're on, Demar.
Whatever you look at Jalen Johnson as, at the end of the day, he's the best player on the Atlanta Hawks. He's not coming out the game over no
defense. You know,
he's not even close by a wide margin.
Yeah, he is not coming out the game over no defense.
Let me say this. Can I say this? Let me say this right quick. The defense that Quinn runs an analytics defense. Okay. You probably saw him sitting over there because he wanted to leave a man wide open to shoot the three and didn't want to move him to defend the inside. Okay, because Quinn sometimes defends based off of shooting threes and analytics and percentages. And that's why he shoot the threes and defend on how. And let me tell you something. Cleveland did the same thing using analytics, and they lost that game because they decided to leave certain players open to shoot the three, and then they gambled on it. And if that player hits their threes, then therefore they either win or lose off of that. Quinn is a more so of an analytics coach, and you see it defensively and offensively. And sometimes you win. And analytics is pure gamble from my point of view.
But that's why
he on analytic his ass right in the unemployment line.
Snyder is the analytic guy. He likes shooting threes. That's why I question why is Dyson Daniels still starting.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll give you this year. You could say this year was an outlier, but if Dyson Daniels, well, I know why he's gonna start now.
25 million.
Even if there you go. Even if he come out and he shoot like trash, he's gonna keep starting because he's making that 25 million this year. So I mean, that's why, you know, like I tell people, I'll be like, bro, why are we gonna bid against ourselves? Let these dudes hit the market, see what their value is. Guess what? If the market say their value is this, and you think they worth it, then you pay it. If not, you get rid of them or trade them or whatever. I don't understand why fans want to sign these guys so early outside of a guy like a Jalen Johnson.
That's like my thing is the extension, because I was the one that was wanting the extension that I did for Dyson because I thought he was going to get better. But I got to give Matt credit, and I hate saying that, but he was right in the sense of you should have waited the restricted free agency. Like, you see what's going on with Duran and Benedict and all of these guys. Is like the market's just not there. You're not going to get the money you think you deserve because when it comes to the whole cap situation, you're not going to get especially as a restricted free agent.
Well, a deal like for Dyson Daniels deal, right? One or two things happen. Okay, Ansi either believed in Dyson or he got fugazi by the agent. Because and I think Ansi really just believed in Dyson. I fell for it too. That's why I betted Matt that Dyson was going to shoot league average from three.
Yeah,
because I fell for it too. And here's the deal.
Marketing can sell you open front pocket in Arizona.
If I didn't believe that second half of the season from Dyson last year, right? If I said, you know what, he shot 34%, but guess what? I don't think he could do it again. Guess what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna tell his agent, hey, swing back to me next year or whenever. We'll talk. Woo. Because I don't believe he worth what you think he is. Because you already know the agent gonna come in there. He probably was using what's the boy out of Denver? Probably using that contract as an example. Look what this guy got in Denver.
Well,
blah. Because here's the deal. Because remember, Dyson Daniels' first 2 years in the league, he did absolutely nothing. It was 5 points per game. He wasn't doing nothing really. He wasn't starting. Really, Ansi gambled off a half a season. And guess what? That half a season was with Trae Young playing too, right? So he gambled when he really could have waited and said, you know what? How much you think right now, Austin, Dyson will be making per year if we re-sign him this year after that season he just had? You think he getting 25 million per?
Maybe 19, 20.
There you go. And that's why when fans get in the chat and say Dyson worth the money, that's how I know they full of shit. Because
$65,000 a year.
He wouldn't get offered. He wouldn't get offered 25 million right now off that season he just had. He got paid based off half a season, and what Ansi and them probably using some analytic model what they're projecting Dyson Daniels to be. But once again, it goes back to show you that's why even the top analytic guys tell you the analytics is a tool. You really shouldn't be making real decision based off analytics.
It should be part of a decision,
because the numbers,
not the entire basis for a decision.
Exactly, John. And that's why you see That's why people got mad when Kenny Atkinson said what he said, because basically what Kenny Atkinson said, he was basing everything off of analytics, because he said according to the numbers, it was the score, the total score, something. I can't remember which one he was using.
Yeah, we
should be up 2-1. He didn't say nothing else. He didn't say if we got better defensively, if this player plays better, we would do. He said off of these analytics, we should. That's why fans got mad. And even the analytics guys was like, "Bruh, you shouldn't say that out loud, because most fans gonna take what you said verbatim. Like, this the only thing you using to set up your lineups, and this is the only thing you using to game plan in the playoffs. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That might be what they doing,
right? And that's why they lost.
That might be what they doing. Because this thing about 3-pointers being more valuable than 2-pointers. Well, duh. But the main thing you got to do, you got to hit them. You got to hit them.
Right.
If you don't hit them,
it's based off
not
analytics.
Gonna be nothing.
It's based off analytics. That's why they kept telling Kuminga. Remember, Kuminga had that one game where he went 0 for 6 from 3. You know what they kept telling him? Keep shooting.
Keep shooting.
You know why they told him keep shooting?
Because the analytics say.
Right. The analytics say,
man,
sooner or later, overall, the overall numbers are going to add up, which makes sense in the regular season when you got 82 games. But when you only playing, you playing the first 1 to 4, you don't know. The problem is you don't know when the math is all going to catch up. Right, because guess what, John? I could be a career 30% 3-point shooter, right?
DeMar, I don't need to understand that.
Going to the playoff. Okay, going to the playoff.
I don't even,
all right, John. Okay. But yeah,
go ahead and explain to the rest of them. But see, explain to everybody,
because a lot of them don't understand. I could go into the playoffs, right? I could be a 30% career 3-point shooter. I'm gonna give you a prime example of how the numbers be messing with people, right? Remember when Miami made their last run to the finals? Do you know at the end of the regular season, they as a team, they was the worst 3-point shooting team in the league? During the playoff, out of the blue, they became the best. They was the best 3-point shooting team throughout the playoff. That's how they advanced. And that's what I was saying. Like, the numbers are cool, but the thing is, you don't know when the math is all going to even out for
you. Saw how Shamet when he was in the playoffs, he wasn't really shooting very well, I think, in the regular season. Like, he was shooting good. But then when I think he got to the second, to the third, and then the final round in the finals of the Knicks, he was shooting like nearly 90%.
Right, because the numbers are gonna add up. You just don't know when.
But see, it's going to take the human to make the numbers hit, because they will have to hit the shot in order for the numbers to translate. And see, that's why.
Remember, John, you can't say that because analytics don't factor in the human element.
Well, they don't in the equation and in the calculation they don't. But the human creates the numbers by which the analytics can be measured when you do the calculation. But see, something else that I always tell people: okay, you want to analyticize 3-pointers over 2-pointers, but guess what the analytics say? The closer you are to the basket, the more shots you gonna hit, and the more points you gonna score. Basic.
Check this out though. Basic. Check this out though. Fundamentals beat analytics every time. And most of the teams that you see use majority fundamentals in their coaching, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, whatever, they win championships.
Remember now, analytics. Remember, hold on. Remember, analytics is advanced stats. It's not like you see Kool-Aid says fundamental beat analytics. Not necessarily, because the analytics just tell you
what happened,
right? What could happen, right?
It can tell you what could happen. Tell you by It's a hypothetical.
It could tell you what can happen, and it also could tell you what happened when you wasn't looking, right? Because that's why I like you go look at a guy. They'll look at a guy. The first thing they do, they'll pull up a per 36, what he could do, even though you probably never seen the dude play. So remember, like a lot of the analytics is more advanced, so it's not really like comparing them during the. Did that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
So that's why we don't get. That's why we don't get Giannis, because the majority of Giannis points is in the paint. So analytically, Giannis would not be a good player for the Atlanta Hawks. He scored 50 points in the paint.
He would.
Okay. So I guess a winning organization like Miami threw all that type of trash, that junk in the trash can to go get Giannis. It ain't no way they went and got Giannis to be shooting 3-point shots and all of that. They got him off of fundamental. Now listen, they looked at him fundamentally off of fundamental stats. What is the percentage in the paint? How many he scored? How many shots he blocked? And all of that versus his 3-point shots. So therefore, they took him based off his basic fundamental stats.
Remember, Kool-Aid, when Giannis got here,
Giannis
came in the NBA. He came in the NBA right before Steph Curry and Golden State completely changed the landscape of the NBA. But let's holler at our boy Matt. And Matt, somebody need to give my boy Matt a Purple Heart, man. He been out there in them Twitter war, that Twitter battleground, out there getting it in on that battlefield out there on Twitter, man.
You know what's good, Matt? It's gonna come full circle. You know, I just got back from downtown. You know, I had a thing down there, and I'm like, man, it's such a shame the Hawks are gonna be one of the worst teams in the NBA. It's so nice outside the arena now compared to what it was 2 years ago, but they're gonna suck, so it don't even matter.
How many games we winning, Matt? What you got? What you put money on, Matt? For how many games we win?
Hey, Matt, will we be able to move down after the second quarter?
Hey, John, they might be giving out free food and drinks again, like in Game 6. I got somewhere between 32 and 38 wins.
Dog.
Vegas got us at 35 to 39.
What I can't account for is I can't account for injuries. So like if Jalen get hurt, you got to account for that CJ going to miss some games because of his advanced age, like injuries. If we get one or two knickknacks for a couple of weeks, that 32 is going to be real likely. Okay.
I mean, if Jalen Johnson, listen, I'll tell you, hey, if Jalen Johnson get a high ankle injury, we're going to the lottery.
Man, Spurs gonna be so happy.
Remember,
Spurs gonna be happy to the mud.
Spurs gonna be so happy.
Jalen Johnson get a high ankle sprain, they gonna throw a party.
and you know what's so crazy? What I try to because the people just on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, it's simple minded people. So I just got to be real simple. We beat Indiana 3-1. We beat Washington 4-0. We beat Orlando 4-0. We beat Utah 2-0, and we saw Utah tank in front of our own eyes. We saw them pull Lauri Markkanen.
They tanked that one in Atlanta. Yeah, they tanked that one.
So my thing is like that's 12 wins. Even if we split them games in half with no injuries, that's 40 wins. Okay, that's not accounting for Philadelphia, who we were better than last year. That's not including for Indiana, who we were better than last year. So it's like those teams are going to get better, or Philadelphia next. They're going to move up. Obviously, they were behind Atlanta last year. They're going to move up.
Well, basically, what you're saying is, hey, Matt. So basically, what you're saying is, we about to have a regular Hawk season.
Yeah, I mean,
we be hanging around with
43 wins. See, Wonder, we're going to have a Trae Young Hawk season.
Yeah,
Everybody told me that we were talking about that earlier about the stars, but to me, like the Hawks and this offseason, to me, like they're trying to win. They look how the NBA is going, and what Hawk fans would trip me out is they act like they understand analytics and modern NBA to get to the Hawks. Then all of a sudden, the Hawks can overcome shooting, can overcome lack of spacing, can overcome all the modern attributes to winning. the Hawks is going to, for some reason, overcome all of those.
Yeah, like we got the horses.
We're going to defy logic, and we're going to put a 38% field goal shooter next to an 18% wide open 3-point shooter, knowing that Jalen Johnson needs the rim to be effective. It just is mind blowing to me. Like, we take OKC's 8th and 9th man, and we bring him to Atlanta, and all of a sudden we celebrate.
He's a star. He's a star.
No, John, it's not he. It's both of them. It's Wiggins too.
That's what he said.
No, I'm saying we got the 8th and 9th man. We got Lou Dort and
Wiggins. Wiggins not good.
I mean, no, Wiggins is straight. He's inconsistent.
He's a good role player, but
he's okay. He's inconsistent. He's very inconsistent.
He better than.
But you know what? You know what? That's following a pattern. Okay, no, bench rider, like Kool-Aid like Kool-Aid be saying. No, bench rider. Where's MIP? Dyson Daniels wasn't played. Comes here. Where's MIP?
He was a bench rider.
Bench rider comes here. So now we get
Sidewalk. Don't lie on my name, Sidewalk. I never said Lou Dort was great in Indy. I said he was a good defender 2 years ago.
Hey, we getting these reclamation projects, bringing them to the Hawks and turning them into stars. They're reliable pieces. They're pivotal. You know what? They're Nexus people.
This summer was, how can we get as many non-shooters on the same team and see what they got? Carter, who shot 27% from 3. They got Lou Dort, who shot 38% from the field and 34% from 3. Dyson Daniels just had the 3rd worst shooting season for a guard in NBA history, given his minutes in games played. And we just going to throw them all on the team together, and we just going to hope that all of them develop at the same time. I've never seen.
Well, I don't even think the Devin Carter dude gonna really get an opportunity, because they should be going to Kingston Fleming minutes. That should be Fleming.
We're talking about Quinn.
Him too. Who came? Kingston Fleming.
You talking about Quinn? And see, KKS. What's his name? Somebody in the chat. KKS 2360. He made a great point about analytics. Analytics tell you what happened. Now, you can base what you do on what happened and project on what happened, because there's another equation that you do. After you do the analytics, all right, this is what happened, this is what transpired. Now, let's project this on into the future and see what the analytics say that can happen,
and that's
for whatever type of circumstance. All right.
And that's what Kenny Atkinson has said. That's why.
You know what they told me? John, you know what they told me this morning, John? They told me that, I said, this dude shot 38% from the field. They said, well, yeah, he did, but he only took 35% of his shots from the field, so you can't really count that. Like, what?
Wait, say that again. Wait, say that one more time.
I said Lou Dort shot 38% from the field. They said, only 35% of his field goal attempts came from the field, so you can't include that.
You can't use those numbers because those numbers just don't play. They don't play to the analytical narrative that you want.
What? I said, he's still
that's because they like Lou Dort. That's why.
Oh, you can't.
It's crazy.
I told y'all a long time ago. And Demond, you mentioned it again in the early part of the show. Them fouls, Dennis Rodman couldn't get away with the fouls that he got away with in Chicago down here with the Hawks. Nobody can. Nobody can.
WWE Dort.
And see, and this is another thing about Dort. Before Dort left Oklahoma City, they had already painted him as a villain, and they were starting to call that stuff on him. Now, when he gets here, y'all liable to see that man thrown out of games down here. Y'all liable to see him thrown out of games here.
Once he learned he played for the Hawks, he gonna be in foul trouble till he.
So remember to
and that's gonna take his value away. That's gonna take his value completely away.
To John's point, I remember I was watching. I think it was on ESPN. And I was watching the OK City and Nuggets game, and you saw how he was purposely trying to trip up Jokic, and that was really the beginning of the end for Dort. They started calling more ticky-tack fouls. Like, bro, you trying to take out one of the faces of the league. We can't be doing that now. We gonna be making sure you.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Shoot.
But on the offensive side, though, would Dort get the same quality shots that he got in OKC here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you know what?
He got wide open, though, Austin.
And they gonna leave him wide open.
No, but who gonna pass it to him in rhythm?
Flemings, I guess.
Flemings,
Dyson,
maybe Jalen.
They gonna have they gonna have anybody that's playing point guard. They gonna have a shot collar around it. They gonna have a collar around his ankle and shock him every time you try to pass it to him.
You ain't gonna have a choice, Austin, because when you attack that he gonna be the only player that's open.
No,
yeah, but I'm saying, but it won't be in rhythm though. That's what I'm saying. Like it won't be.
I mean, but
it's gonna be the accidental.
But with Dort, I mean, he don't. Does Dort even attack the basket?
No.
What about the year when he averaged 17? What was he doing then?
Shooting threes.
That's it. He wasn't attacking and finishing at the rim.
He did on occasion.
He got to the free. He did get to the free throw line more, but
because that's the only reason.
He played with a magnet.
Well, that's why Dyson Daniels. That's why his field goal percentage is high because of the stuff he gets at within 4 feet.
Right.
But
so Lou Dort don't do that. He don't. Oh, I forgot. Lou Dort's shorter than Dyson too. Ain't
he's 6'4". What I'm trying to figure out is, I'm trying to figure out how we.
A new person for the center guard.
I'm trying to figure out how is.
Hey Austin. Hey, Blue Jacket made a point, man.
What I mean is, when can you anticipate receiving the pass?
That's crazy work.
So what
Trey told us about rhythm.
Well, I'm really trying to envision. I'm really trying to envision the Jalen Johnson out there with Lou Dort in one corner and Dyson in the other. How is Jalen going to
I don't think Quinn gonna have them on the floor at the same
Man,
time.
you better not put them jokers in no corner.
The only way you can have them on the floor at the same time, Dyson need to do a generational jump for this 3-point shooting this year. Outside, you can't have him out there. Hell,
I told you now.
This is gonna
be fighting for that doggone top of the key spot.
But Damon and John, that's half of Twitter. That's half of Hawks Twitter argument is this year.
Yeah, them two together.
We got Dyson.
Dyson get to play free safety.
They're gonna have to get past Dyson. Then when they get past Dyson, then they're gonna have to see Dort. Then when they get
I saw it, man. I see it in the Hawks home court page in Facebook.
Then they're gonna have to see
all these jokers talking.
Hey, Damon, I'm like, that sound like the Dyson and all backcourt that y'all was clamoring for last year that didn't do anything.
Can I say this too to your point, Matt? They also what's funny is they always love to say, hey, we gonna be just like the Pistons this year. So we gonna be a number 1 seed and get our butts kicked in the second.
What they're saying is they're gonna go from worst to first.
I don't care.
Like the worst. That's what they're saying when they say we're gonna be like Detroit. They expect us to do this mediocre rise to the top. After
they're predicating it off of
what kind of rise was that, Demar?
Perimeter
meteoric. Hold up.
Meteoric, not mediocre.
What I say?
Mediocre.
It's the same thing.
My bad.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
I'm so used to using that word, man. My bad.
Hey, see one of that about it, doggone Jay speak saying poor bread poodle instead of a pure bread poodle.
I didn't mean mediocre, man.
You remember that?
I didn't mean to say. Listen, man.
He said,
listen, hold on, man. This is day 4 of me at Hawks Positivity University, man. I did not mean mediocre, man. My bad.
You need to fire all your professors need to be fired at Hawks Positivity University.
I didn't mean to say that, man.
They need to get some more Ritalin. They need to ship some more Ritalin in there.
I say, how is the Hawks gonna win games? And then they say, oh well, the Hawks are gonna be a top 3 defense. I said, well, what about the offense? Well, when teams can't pass half court with Dyson and Lou Dort out there, you're gonna see.
They're gonna be fired up.
Wait, that was the response?
Yeah, like Dyson and Lou Dort's ball pressure is gonna make sure teams don't get past half court.
Yeah, they gonna have the iron curtain at half court.
But you know, some teams have 3 ball handlers.
Well, I know they're not going to play them. They're not playing them two together, right? That don't make
That's
sense.
what Hawks Twitter.
Well, that's what they saying. That's what these people believe.
Well, here's the thing. I know he's not going to start because he's not going to take nobody at the starting lineup.
Man, I hope there's no world on God's green earth that they play together.
No, they should.
You know
start.
what they're saying?
I would
You know what
start
they're saying? They're saying CJ at the 1, Dyson at the 2, Dort at the 3, Jalen at the 4, and Oyak at the 5.
Yeah,
Wait,
I would start.
Say that one more time.
CJ, Dyson,
but
Dort.
they were just complaining CJ can't pass that he's not a point guard.
He's not a point guard.
That's what they said.
Then you go put.
Hey, they got him listed at point guard.
That's what they're saying into the All-Star break, and then Fleming's going
to your Hawks have him listed as point guard.
No. CJ McCollum is not a point guard.
He's not a point guard. I kept telling y'all that when we got him.
They have him listed as point guard.
He should be listed as a shooting guard. He a 2 guard. He a
No, they got who do they have listed as shooting guard, man?
Dyson Daniels is listed as a point guard, but not CJ McCollum.
Well, somebody posted in the home court page that they had CJ McCollum.
No, CJ McCollum has never been a point guard.
Let me say this, because
I'm telling you what I saw. I'm telling you what I saw.
I'll see you guys later, but I will end with this. They did have Naw as the point guard at one time. Remember that?
Oh my God, that was last summer. Oh my God.
I don't know, but I'll see you guys later. Hey, play hard.
But I don't have a man, like I told y'all, man. My mind already made up anyway. So I mean, I've been on Play Hard, Get Better. So I mean, I know we're not gonna for nothing this year. So.
I could see why Tony put the Hawks on free TV.
I said that.
I
said they on free TV.
This is gonna be the most enjoyable.
I said they on free TV because they on free TV because like they know the product on the floor not going to be good this year. They know that already.
So Kingston or Zuby or Ace, one of those three got to take such a huge jump.
Go to College Park to see them, man. Go to College Park.
Hey, Damon. Hey, Damon. Atlanta Hawks depth chart that they have for, let me see, I think ESPN is publishing it. They got CJ McCollum as point guard, Gabe Vincent second, and Naw is third. Shooting guard, they got Naw starting, then Kispert.
Small forward.
Then
small forward. That's how we ended the season. That's how we ended the season.
No.
Listen. Because Dyson didn't play small forward for us until after the break when we traded.
I typed in 26-27.
No. That's wrong. Because Dyson is a Dyson. I'm gonna tell you right now, John.
I typed in 26-27.
No. Well, they're wrong because Dyson Daniels is a point guard by trade. He came into the NBA as a point guard. CJ McCollum came into the league as a tweener, right? But
now let's look at when he got
to Portland, he played the 2 guard beside Dame. Now he did play a little bit of point guard in New Orleans, right? But because they lacked the point guard. But here in Atlanta, the point guard when we at the beginning of the season, Dyson Daniels was a point guard.
I know. He became more of a wing at the end of the season.
Right. He got moved to small forward because the analytics said when CJ came in and they moved Dyson to small forward, that lineup was like a plus 80 was something crazy. But Dyson Daniels is a point guard. Don't let nobody lie to you. He is not a wing. He didn't come into the NBA as a wing. He came in as a
say he a center.
Huh?
Hey, like I said, now I'm telling you what ESPN
they wrong, John. I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. They just
and realgm.com.
I don't care what they say. They just
Let me say this. Y'all keep talking.
This is what everybody else saying now.
Let me you keep talking without thinking in the head of Quinn.
I don't want to be in that.
Look how it was. Quinn, and when I was going to game,
why we want to think like him?
The mind of Quinn says CJ McCollum is his starting point. The mind of Quinn say Naw is his 2. The mind of Quinn say Dyson Daniel is your 3. The minor Quinn say Jalen Johnson is your 4, and the minor Quinn say Double O is your center. That is the minor Quinn starting 5.
We're gonna go with the group that lost.
I mean, that was our starting 5 last year, Kool-Aid.
I wonder what could go wrong.
Exactly. So Quinn, that's Quinn, and what Quinn gonna run it back with.
Can I say this though? I would like to see a front court of Double O and Asa together more. Like
you may see that like during a game. He ain't like that. Start like that.
Not
but
starting. But I'm saying
that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna
open the court up on offense.
Look,
I mean,
that's not gonna cut it.
I mean, but
I want you to go say this in your mouth.
What is that? If you got Double O, if you got Double O, and you got Asa.
And
so that means you got Jalen Johnson
out
not
the game, or
Double O. You move him a small forward.
Asa Newell is not gonna play.
So you're gonna have Asa Newell. So you're gonna have Asa Newell at what? The 4 to 5.
It doesn't matter.
So you're gonna have Asa. So your 5 on the floor will be Asa Newell, Oyeka Convo, Jalen Johnson. I'm assuming
Dyson and Dort. Dyson and Lucy.
Dyson and Dort, your backcourt?
Yeah.
Who's scoring the basketball?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who gonna score it anytime?
Who gonna score? Like, you don't even have a dribbler on the court outside of Jalen Johnson. You don't even have no idea.
And they double team him, it's over with.
So who's supposed to pass the ball to?
They double team him, it's all over.
That's how the roster constructed.
You gotta remember Hawks.
Yeah, you right, Austin. That's how the roster constructed.
I'm saying basically, Dyson, the spread the court for Dyson, you basically gonna need Asa to take a big step for him and Double O to play more together.
Or Dyson take a big jump in that
three-point shot. Asa is
Which one more likely?
Man. But
see what I'm talking about, man. I mean, any way you put this team together is bad. Anyway,
John.
Hold on, John. I don't want to hear that on Positivity Day because my boy, my boy Archie is a true believer, and he put his money supporting the team to win 50 games. Matt, you hear? I got a bet with Archie, man.
I heard that when I heard.
Hey, Demond, you don't close the bar because of one alcoholic.
Hey, John, John, I'm listening to Demond and Archie talk, and I'm looking on my phone. I'm looking at the roster. I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, Demond, you should go to jail for stealing people. I mean, that's just awful.
Yeah, hey man, you just suckered that man. He suckered that man into about 5 kilos.
Hey, don't forget, just so y'all know, I got another bet in the chat, Matt, with in that Atlanta Hawk chat with that homeboy Esteban 200.
For what?
He said same thing. He said they're gonna win 47 games. I had to take that. That's only 200, so I took that.
They might get 47.
Man,
but guess what? If I look, hey, Austin, if I lose that one, I still come up 100. Hey, if I get the Hawks, if the Hawks win under 50, but over 46, I still win $100.
Because the thing is, you could still win regular season game and get eliminated in the first round with no problem.
But Austin, I think because Tank is largely going to go away, a lot of the regular season is going to mimic the playoffs. Because I don't think you're going to have a lot of 50-win teams in the East this year. So I think you have a lot of 40.
I'm looking at
mimic a lot of the
30 wins, man.
But what I'm saying is, we don't have stars.
12
but
and
the Hawks
70
are deeper than a lot of teams in the East.
No,
depth is not good.
No.
Say what?
Austin, let me tell you.
Wait a minute. Say what?
You got to remember. This is regular season we're talking about. When them teams come in and half their roster go to Magic City the night before, the next night we got a good chance.
None of them folks on Magic City. They made sure Magic City wasn't on our payroll.
Hey, so all the other teams who come here don't go to Magic City?
Hey, look at Austin. Utah ain't going. Denver ain't going.
Utah definitely going because they definitely
going. Austin, did the Knicks not go?
Hey, Utah going. So they going. Hey, Utah girls they can see a black, so they can see a black woman up there.
Austin,
like man, been so long since I seen a black girl.
Man, Utah gonna be happy in the airport. They ain't go nowhere. But what I'm saying,
hey, they be like, it's so
Austin, let me make you think. Austin.
Them folk ain't going to that Magic City there, Austin. These folk ain't going to Magic City.
Listen, Austin. I want
players, Mike.
Can I say this, Austin? I want
they
you to
don't
think
want
what
to
you
take
just
no
said.
delight in flatness itself.
Hey, John, let me say this. Let me say this to Austin. What he just said.
We had a great offseason.
He just said that the Hawks was deeper than the other teams.
Yeah,
so
I got
the other teams gonna start out with they five. Listen. Let me see. Let me finish.
No, you got to start with the bench.
So you just said we are deeper, right? But we're going to be starting out with role players. Listen what I'm saying. We're going to be starting out with bench players as our starting five, all except 1 or 2, okay? That will be playing on anybody else's team, okay? And so then when you talking about we deeper, when our bench come in, they're going to be playing against their bench player, but we're going to start out against all-stars. Majority of the teams that we're going to be going against, our role players going to start against all-stars. All-star 5, okay.
Depending on the night.
3 or 4 people out of the all-star, and then when they bench players come in, they role players come in. They gonna come in and gonna be playing against bench players too.
We got 2 MIPs.
So we got we deep with number of bench players.
No,
we deep with number of bench players.
This is the whole time I'm making Kool-Aid. In the playoffs, we don't match up well, but in the regular season, a lot of those teams that have those all-stars, they do be on rest management. I mean, let's
Austin don't count. Austin, I'm saying
but
this year
they ain't gonna have no reason to rest anymore for tanking. They ain't gonna have no reason to be tanking and resting anymore.
Like teams like Miami and stuff, they won't be resting for tanking. They resting to get ready for the playoffs. Like some teams, they look at it like if we could get in, long as we get in the playoff, that's when our season starts.
Austin, I'm just saying.
Do you not see how they ain't gonna listen, Austin? This year. How competitive, how everybody across the board with all them all-stars are matched up, man. This is gonna be the most, what you call when you go into the Romans, the gladiators, I can't even say the word. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say.
You going into the Coliseum.
This is what this season is gonna be. These guys are gonna be so aggressively trying to win this championship. Y'all think Philly gonna come here and think it easy? No, because it's gonna be a gauntlet it's gonna be a gauntlet with going against Philly. They're gonna have a gauntlet going against Detroit. They're gonna have a gauntlet going against the Knicks. They're gonna have a gauntlet going against Miami. They're gonna have a gauntlet going against just about everybody in that top 6, all the way down to Orlando.
Kool-Aid.
Other than the Atlanta Hawks.
But Kool-Aid, but what I'm saying is,
but that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm
saying,
the
aggressiveness is gonna be so aggressive that it ain't gonna be no room for the minor of losing. They're gonna have to be playing to they peak game in and game out. What I'm trying to say is this year it ain't gonna be no room for playing down. If you play down, if any team come in this year in the East and try to play down unilaterally, they're going to lose their position because it's going to be so competitive.
The Atlanta Hawks, and I'm a diehard supporter. I'm a diehard fan. We're not scaring none of them top teams, man.
We're not scaring them, but I'm saying in the regular season,
on any given night, you play hard, get better.
Atlanta got us messed up. Atlanta got us messed up.
Play hard, get better, don't win.
Realizing in the Eastern, basically in the NBA in regular season, it is so hard not to win 41 games.
Yeah, you got to put in effort not to win 41 games.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it is so hard not to win 41 games. Like, that should
Will it be that way this year, though, Austin?
I don't think so. I don't think so, Austin.
It's that way because think about
this year.
But no. What I'm saying, with the way that people have moved people out of the Western Conference into the Eastern Conference, the way that everything has been shifting this whole offseason with stars going to other teams, stacking their teams, will it be that way this year? Can you really say it will be that way? I'm just asking.
John, this thing. You remember when the West was stacked?
Yeah.
In the 10th seed was still winning 45 games or 44 games. Like you could have a competitive conference.
Hey, weren't they getting fat off of Eastern Conference teams?
Over 500
Yeah, that's when they
weren't they getting fat off of a weak Eastern Conference.
I agree. I agree.
Right now, the
But
West
is weak. The West is weak now.
We gotta play them teams.
Okay. So now the East can get fat off of weak Western Conference team.
Right.
And check this out.
So now I don't think we could beat them teams in the playoffs.
Like Charlotte,
but I'm saying in the regular season,
those teams that would be tanking, right? You can't tank anymore, so it's gonna be competitive to get into the play-in position, to put you in the position so you can get to the draft pick to have a higher percentage of the draft pick. So it's gonna be competitive from the bottom to all the way through because of the new rule. So I ain't saying that the Hawks ain't a decent team, but what I'm looking at is that what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
With the teams that I'm looking at now, for the first 10 teams that's in the East, it's gonna be very, very hard from 1 to 10 because it's gonna be so competitive. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to say I'm looking at this Hawks roster. I'm looking at this Hawks roster right now, and I'm saying that I just don't think that the Hawks roster that what I'm looking at is going to be able to compete the way I would like for them to compete.
Kool-Aid, I got one question for you. I got one question for you, Kool-Aid. You gonna go get your season tickets back for this season?
No, I'm not, because I can watch them on free TV. Why should I do that? They did me a favor.
Hey, Damon, they called me the other day.
Now I'm gonna watch them. Hey, look, I'm gonna watch every game I can definitely watch on ANL.
And also another thing too is we have to keep that expectation up, because if we don't, Quinn got an excuse.
But no, but if all the fans go, look,
no, but I'm saying
it ain't gonna be nothing till Quinn is gone, man. Till Quinn and Unsi, look, guys, put it in your head. Nothing is going to come to the end until Quinn and Unsi is gone.
I agree.
This match is like Matt said.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with it.
Y'all say Unsi is cooking. Unsi is actually burning down the house. You know how much overcooked food he got on the stove right now. Unsi has got so much overcooked food. The house is on smoke. It is smothering. If you walk by the Atlanta Hawks, Stadium, you're gonna smell burnt food.
Hey Matt, you said the season ticket people call you?
Yeah, they left me a voicemail.
They begging already.
Yeah,
you gonna get you
they call you. They call you.
You're not even gonna get a little fan pack. Get like 4 games or something.
Hey, Damon, you want to know what they're going for right? Season tickets going for right now?
How much?
In the low 110s, 3,800.
What?
30. Now that's a drop from last. That's a $300 drop from last.
That's a lot of drop. That's a big drop.
Drop it a little bit more. They need to be about 3,000.
Well,
I mean,
but what I'm saying is though, because if you don't have them expectations going in, when Quinn come and win 44 games, because all the fans only expected 40 wins, now he looking like we had a good season.
I don't see 44. Like
but did you get what I'm saying? Like
12 and 70.
I got 36. Austin. I got 36.
Austin is wishful thinking for a 44 win team.
I got 46.
Hey,
36.
I told y'all. I said we're gonna be somewhere between 39 and 43, man. Depending on.
I don't think we're gonna win more than 41 games.
Hey, Matt, did they tell you
over 45 wins?
Hey, Matt, did they tell you what the halftime entertainment gonna be at each game? Have they arranged that yet? Because that's all you on down there.
They did mention a revamped menu. They did mention that, a revamped food menu.
Oh, they gonna have all beef hamburgers this year.
Hey, like I told y'all, man, that boy Tony Russell, man, that dude know what he doing, man. He said, listen,
you know how to sell a ticket.
He said, you ain't gotta come here. Hey, Tony Russell say, you ain't even gotta come here for the game.
Stay at home,
get some cheap ass good food. You gonna get, because guess what? I always like to remind
people. I tell you what, you better not get in that barber's chair while the Hawks playing. You better get your neck.
Hey, don't forget, the Atlanta Hawks was number 1 and fan experience to State Farm Arena. That man
Yeah.
And Demond,
I told you because of Trey Young, 25 on the logo. I tried to tell you.
If Tony Wrestler really want to get people, hey, he throwing some free parking.
Hey. Oh no, that's money.
Look, man. Let me tell you something, man.
The league will be calling behind giving away some free parking.
Look. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Atlanta Hawks fans are not that easy, man. They want win. When we end up 2-10 or 2-12, they're gonna check out, bro.
Kool-Aid.
I'm just telling you that now. Let me tell you from my history. From Atlanta Braves to the Atlanta Falcons to the Atlanta Hawks, I'm telling you,
the schedule ain't even
will
out,
be
man. You
empty.
talking about we're gonna start off 2-11, man.
And you know what's so crazy, Kool-Aid?
When we look at that schedule and you watch and see, man, we gonna go through. I want you to bring Dixon Allen up, and we want to go through that schedule at first 10 games and say what we gonna win or lose, and let's go through that.
No 2-12.
We gonna watch and see what I tell you. We probably end out 2-10, 2-12, something like that. Watch and see.
Heck no, hell no.
I said 3-13.
We only go
start off 3-13.
Y'all ain't even seen the schedule.
I don't need to see it.
Look. We the only team we probably have a chance of beating. The only team we probably have a chance of beating, man, would probably be Orlando, Charlotte for sure.
I don't know about that. I don't know about. If we play Indiana, let me tell you something, and y'all better be very afraid of Trey Young, because you know what he said when they asked him. He said, "When I go back, he said, yeah, I appreciate what they did for me in Hawaii Brunga Chittima." He said, "But it's gonna be different this time."
Man, I don't give a fuck.
Be very afraid.
Hey man,
listen. Very afraid.
I don't care what he's saying. He gonna come to what's gonna happen. Trey finna come here, and he gonna get. I'm gonna tell you what's finna happen. Trey finna come here with the Wizards. They gonna get their ass whooped.
Especially if Anthony Davis ain't playing.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. Let me tell you something. You got. It ain't no team. It ain't no team that has 4 number ones and a top 5 draft pick comes in and lose to bench riders.
Man, we beating their ass. Mark my words.
Let me tell you something right now.
Kool-Aid, I'm tell you right now. We beating their ass when they come here, my guy. Man, I don't give a man. Fuck the Wizards, bro.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. I know you can say that, but I'm saying reality. When I look at the teams and I look at everything, man, I'm talking about reality.
I'm
talking about reality.
But also when they come here, we beating their ass. I'm gonna tell you that
also,
right
you
now.
had like
I stand on
put up 30 and 10.
Go ahead.
You saw him do it all the time.
I'm talking about reality.
I stand on that. I love Trey, but he on the other team. He come here, he gonna get his ass whooped.
Hey, Demond,
I ain't saying that because I'm just saying reality.
No, I'm saying, man,
when Philly come here, stand on it then. When Philly and LeBron come to Atlanta, we gonna beat their butt.
I'm not going.
No, stand on that. Stand on that. LeBron and Philly. Okay, so therefore, since you feel that way, then when Philly come here, we gonna kick their butt. When Detroit come here, we gonna kick their butt. When Knicks come here, we're going to kick their butt. Okay, stand on it. If you're going to stand on it that way,
I stand on that.
Stand on it that way, then stand on it all the way.
To Atlanta, we beating their ass. I'm standing on that.
So whoever comes to Atlanta, I'm telling you,
let me say it again. When the Wizards come to Atlanta, we beating their ass. I stand on that. I don't care about this.
I hope you don't fall on it.
Travis. Travis gonna bring that.
I hope you don't slip and fall in it, because you're gonna have to wear that stink for a long time.
I ain't worried about no Trey Young. We got bigger shit we got to worry about.
Exactly. Like
it ain't worried about Trey
Young. Look.
It ain't worried about Trey Young.
You're not in Boston.
It's just we play down to the level of our competition all the time. That's the problem.
You better be worried about AD. You better be worried about those who.
He gonna be hurt.
Not gonna play.
As soon as AD Davis not,
gonna play.
As soon as
Sarr-
AD got to
Sarr
extend
gonna
his
come back.
lower back
Sarr
to get a
gonna come back.
rebound, he gonna be out for 3
You know,
weeks.
Sarr
I ain't
got
gonna lie.
83
Sarr
dropped
and
on him.
AD and
I
AJ
don't give a
alone.
fuck Sarr. Y'all know
Sarr
I
got
don't even like
83
Sarr.
dropped on
Fuck
his head.
Sarr. I don't give a fuck about Sarr. Fuck Sarr.
But they ain't gonna stop him from kicking our butt.
He a
Cause we got
bum.
role
Fuck
players
him. He a
playing.
bum.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Hey,
He's so good.
and look,
He's so
y'all,
good.
Demond,
He's so good. They already replaced his ass. Already.
Demond, they
Move
might
outta
put
here,
Sarr in just to spite us.
Man,
They need to.
No,
We'll be down 40 points at halftime.
I don't give a fuck about
Sarr will be the starting center.
Because, like I said, the most dangerous team.
If his foot is healthy, Sarr will
The
be
most
the starting
dangerous
center.
team is the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are the most dangerous team playing. The Atlanta Hawks is the Atlanta Hawks. We will play down to the level of our competition every trip of the train.
But John, that's not how we work. That's not how we work. The way we work is we win enough games to get enough fans to jump on the bandwagon, and then go into the playoffs and lose in the first round. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Get ready for.
Austin, that roller coaster happens every season. We'll get up here, man. We be
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
5 or 10 straight. Next thing you know, you can't even measure the damn curve it go down. The roller coaster go down straight.
Don't let Tony Wrestler fool y'all and make y'all think that it's hard to win 45 games.
It ain't.
Don't let Tony Wrestler fool y'all.
It's not supposed to be.
This team ain't going to Austin.
But
it's not supposed to be. But we leave the league and hold my beer moment.
Again, until you get the superstar, basically we doing nothing but developing players because you can't build a team around.
We ain't even doing that.
We just developing guys, man.
They told me we got Lou Dort to win.
Yeah.
To win what?
To win 45 games.
Right.
Hey,
listen, I don't care if they got Lou Dort. Long as they don't extend them, I'm good right now. Long as they don't extend them.
I told y'all.
If they extend right now.
If they extend Lou Dort, bro, we in trouble. We in freaking trouble, bro.
Auncey's terrible, man.
He ain't terrible. Stop
He's
it.
terrible.
He better than your boy.
No, he ain't. We ain't winning until Uncle and Quinn is gone.
Your boy trash, man. Landry was trash.
Hey, Demond.
Hell no. Your boy single-handedly set our organization back. And you came up here every day with that trust Landry. Give Landry time.
Landry was bad too. That's why I was saying like
Landry was bad, man.
You don't think this offseason
Landry was bad too. They just
say that again, man.
You don't think this offseason has set us back 2 years?
How?
I think it has at least 2 years.
Here's the thing,
and like I try to tell people, man, that's why I said it. That's why I said it's super early, bro. This season is just a bridge season. They're not trying to win nothing.
No, that's all I'm talking about.
I've been saying that.
Somebody tell me what my championship team look like. Somebody tell me, give me the starting 5 of my championship team. I'll be quiet.
Well, okay. Where did we go bad? Where did we go bad? Where did we go bad? Where did we go bad at the draft?
Championship team.
Where did we go bad at the draft at? You got Kinston Fleming, who's a good point guard.
They're not here.
You got Zuby, who's gonna be a good front court player for us. Okay, we are, but see, once again, you got to take the draft strategy and the players we drafted and combine that, and you got to combine that with what the plan is. Like this year, we're not going to win nothing this year.
Demond. My thing is in the draft, you took a pass first point guard to pass to non-shooters. Okay, that's one. Two, you got Zuby who can't. When we get to the real games, he can't play meaningful minutes on the court with other impactful defenders because none of them can shoot. 3, then you compounded that in the offseason by not getting a star, not even getting a guy who could become a star. Like
Landry didn't get a star.
I mean, he got DJ, which was something.
He overpaid. He overpaid.
He wasn't a star, but
he overpaid.
He
overpaid. You want to talk about set us back? That move right there set us back 4 years.
Can I say this though? Do y'all notice? Do y'all notice though? Look who we arguing over though. We argue over Quinn and Nate McMillan. Now we arguing over Landry Fields and Auncey. All 4 of them, neither one got a ring.
Because they're a problem. They're a problem. They're the problem to the Atlanta Hawks.
That lets you know we argue over those.
We're gonna revisit this at All-Star break. And they're gonna be off.
There's nothing to revisit because I told y'all what's gonna happen.
No.
This team is built just enough to make the playoff because this is the last year we owe the Spurs that pick. They don't want to give them a lottery pick. They're not trying to win nothing. They're not trying to compete for nothing. That's why I said when you get to the break and we under 500, that's when you probably gonna see a shift where Kingston I expect his minutes to go up. I expect everybody on the 1-year deal to be shopped at the deadline. And the only thing that's going to change that is that for some reason we come out here and we win a crazy amount of games. Outside of that, this year there's nothing to look forward to. So that's why I said I'm already play hard, get better. I don't care how the season goes. I don't care. I'm waiting. I wish I could put this in real life and just simulate to the off season.
But the problem with that, Damon, is now you're further behind the teams that's already ahead of you this season, and they're going to get better because they already showed you that once that they actively try to get better.
The team, but see, Matt, here's the thing. The team that's better than us this year. Okay, let's be real. The teams that's better than us this year went out there and spent money. Well, they was already better than us. The Pacers already better than us. They were just injured. I don't know why people act like the Pacers wasn't injured and Halliburton missed the whole season. Okay, they already better than us. The Sixers was already better than us.
Last year they ended with a worse record than us.
They already better than us, only because Embiid wasn't playing. If they was fully healthy, they would have been. Matter of fact, before Embiid even went down, they was a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference before he got injured, and they shut him down. Like they already better than us. This year, I told y'all, what I believe is that Ansi Sailor is starting his rebuild this year with the draft of Kingston, Flemings, and Zuby. And you just got to be patient. You may not like the guys.
Can I ask you this, though? Can I ask you this?
What's up?
Does Quinn know that?
I believe he does. But in his mind, the coach, because I don't believe that when people say Quinn don't get his guy, I don't believe Quinn Snyder don't be having a say in these players that we bring into this team. He got to say a coach don't make that amount of money, don't have no say. I'm not saying that he's the end all be all, but I believe he does make recommendations to either land sorry ass or a coach. The coach
does Quinn know that he's starting a rebuild?
That's why Quinn on this collective bargaining agreement.
So, Damon, I hear you. So if that's the beginning of the rebuild with the point guard, when will our point guard, when will Fleming get his first start as a point guard?
You're probably looking at after the All-Star break. If this team is under 500, okay? If this team is under 500, everybody on them 1-year deals going to get shopped. They're going to try to move them out. Then you're going to see, I expect Kingston Fleming's role in minutes to increase. But if the team, for some reason, come out and we 4 or 5 games over 500, I don't expect nothing to change at the break.
Demond, they asking
you ain't got to worry about that.
Oh, my bad.
Fleming should easily get that starting spot.
Why do you think I'm going around betting people on wins? Because I don't expect us to win shit this year.
I don't need.
I'm at the stage, and I gotta explain this to fans. I'm at the stage. Making the playoffs don't mean nothing for me as a fan. I've been past making the playoffs. If you not talking about a conference final run, then I don't really care. Anything outside a conference final run to me as a fan is a disappointment. It's a wasted season to me because I, like the rest of the people on the panel, everything these new fans and young fans tell me, I've already heard it over 50 million times. I've heard we're a young team. I've heard we're up and coming. I've heard that so many times I don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? But I don't believe the goal from the front off, from the GM standpoint, is to compete for anything. Now Quinn may be thinking something different. The players may be thinking something different. I don't think, and you know what else that remind me, Austin? It remind me of when Tony Ressler made Travis fire Lloyd Pierce. I don't believe Travis Link thought we was a good team. I believe, and nobody can tell me different. If I ever meet him, I'm gonna ask him. I believe Travis Slink's goal that year was to get back into the lottery. But Tony Ressler was upset, and I think it was the game. I think we had lost to Oklahoma City, and he was the one who wanted Lloyd Pierce replaced. Probably with a little bit of help from Trae Young.
Yep, Trae Nick.
But like I tell people, I always go back to this, man. The best year Trae Young ever had in Atlanta was Nate McMillan. And I say that to say this, because Nate McMillan was the only one who ever held Trae accountable. He the only one who really went up to Trae Young. Remember when he went up to Trae and said, hey, basically he was like, either my way or don't come to the arena. Now, regardless of what Trae
participate in the shoot around, or you're not going to play.
Regardless of what Trae picked, that's the only coach that actually, that I can say this, that had a standard. And I'm saying that the only coach because we actually saw it because it all came out. So until we get a coach who says my priority is winning at all costs, I don't care who's on the floor. I mean, I don't care how much money you making. I'm putting the dudes who I think gonna win the games on the floor. But we already know the coach don't do that. We got years of him not doing that. So you got a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong within this organization that until everybody get on the same sheet of music, we always gonna have these silly issues.
You know what a championship, you know what's good about a championship coach is that a championship knows how to take his top 5 picks, his draft pick, and win with it. If over there with the Suns, even though Ayton was a #1 draft pick, that coach over there know how to take Ayton and use him as a number one draft pick and get them to the finals with Ayton, even though he put additional players with that team. But he knew exactly how to take top picks and get to a championship. And that
right.
and that's what a really good coach does.
That's how they got
he
to the
know how to get to that. He know how to take. He don't try to overrun. Look, he don't try to overrun his top draft pick. Okay, what he tried to do is try to understand and create a relationship with his top pick.
Ayton time in Phoenix was not good. Okay, that's the reason why he wanted to leave. That's why he was mad when Phoenix matched that offer sheet he got from, I think it was the Bucks or the Pacers, one of them. He wanted to leave because the coach, according to what Ayton said, lied to him. Because he told, Ayton said, and you can look all this up, Ayton said that it was fun when it was just him and Booker. Because he was told that they building a franchise around Ayton and Booker. They went out and got Chris Paul. When they get Chris Paul, even though they was a better team and was winning, Ayton touches, and if you go look at his numbers, they start dropping. So Ayton was, and I'll admit this as a fan of DeAndre Ayton, he put his numbers in himself over the team's goal, which was winning. What's good, Ron?
What's up? I got 2 questions. One for Kool-Aid and one for Max. Kool-Aid, you told us a long time ago you don't care about winning, you want to be entertaining. That's what you said on this show a couple of years ago. Matt,
can I rebuttal on that?
He said that a couple months ago.
Right.
Go ahead.
Matt, you giving up on your head coach already?
It's not about Quinn, it's about the management.
No, you said
Can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal on what he just said?
Go ahead, Kool-Aid.
I said that let me say it this. I said that in the appreciation of 2021 Trae Young taking us to the Eastern Conference Final. No. Let me finish why I came here and said that. Because I felt that the Atlanta Hawks as an organization has reached a plateau, and Trae Young got us to the highest tier of that plateau. And so I had practically gave up after 2021 after I saw the moves and the players they had started bringing in. And so I just reared myself back and say, look, I'm just going to be a fan, and I'm just going to enjoy the entertainment that my point guard that I like brings to the game. That's what I was saying. I wasn't trying to say that I didn't want to be a winning organization. But I knew I had just came out the Atlanta Hawks has never in Atlanta Hawks history reached the Eastern Conference Finals in an injury way from going to the finals. And I'm going to tell you why. And we would have got there. If we would have got there, we would have won the championship because your boy said went straight. No. Let me finish. We would have won the championship because we beat the Phoenix Suns over. I think we almost swept them, but we had a battle. We were 3-1 or something over the Phoenix Suns that year. We had their number.
Okay.
And I'll say, last season I did say fire Quinn, but that was because he was playing veterans over young players after Aussie said we were going young. So I'm like, well, what are we doing? He said one thing, the coach doing another thing, but I said at the end of the season, Quinn showed he can coach. I have never questioned Quinn's X's and O's. I've always loved Quinn X's and O's. My problem was his rotations. But if we're trying to win, which fans tell me right now we're trying to win. So if we're trying to win,
but Matt, you got a coach that don't win.
If we're trying to win, then I'm a judge.
Your coach never won nothing.
Right. So
Quinn's resume says I don't win in the playoffs. I'm a regular season winner and a playoff.
I talk about overall. Quinn has never won nothing. I've been saying Quinn needs to go. You said, we need to give him a chance.
We still don't have one. You think this is a good team, Ron?
I think it's a solid team, but we missing another big man. We missing basically another star.
Another star.
What I mean by a star will show up in the playoff.
So what make you think this team is good? How many wins you think they're gonna win? How many games they gonna win? How many they gonna win?
I just said what I said, Kool-Aid. Listen.
Say it again. I didn't hear it.
Well, hey, that's your problem.
Hey, now DeMond. Now DeMond, this goes back.
Hold on. Since I'm here.
I'm sorry, Barry.
I want to forward this real quick. Ansi is just an extension of Quinn. I think that we've been looking at Ansi and Quinn as being two separate things. But when you look at the moves that Ansi's made, all of them have been moves that look like Quinn. When he brought in KP, that's a Quinn move. He won a center that can shoot. When we didn't go after Jaylen Brown, that's a Quinn thing because basically Quinn don't want any stars. When he got rid of Ricochet and when he got rid of Kuminga, that's a Quinn thing because Quinn can't use those players. This is all just an extension of Quinn. And even the draft, we drafted players that we can eventually trade so that we can get more veterans. I know that we have hopes in Zuby and Flynn, but I believe probably about 2027, they're going to be on the trading blocks and we're going to trade them away for somebody that fits Quinn better because everything that Ansi does looks like Quinn.
Thank you.
Marion, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe after the moves you've seen that have already been done, do you believe that the front office goal is to win anything this year?
No, absolutely not. I think that the goal is to get Quinn his guys, and we're going to be doing that until Quinn's contract run out. Just like he's always.
Well, let me ask you this.
Always been we haven't got Quinn guys.
Okay, let me cut you off real quick, Marion. Let me cut you off real quick. Let me pivot to this then. Just from the starting five, which is the ones we had, the ones who started. Let's say the starting five from the playoffs, right? Which one of those are not Quinn guys?
In terms of not being a Quinn guy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go down the line. Double O is definitely a Quinn guy because Quinn likes a center that can shoot. And I'll leave it stay at the center. Landale is definitely a Quinn guy because he can shoot. Mm-hmm. In the power forward, I don't know if JJ is actually a Quinn guy. I think JJ is moving into being one, but that's why I think that JJ is next. I don't know because he's a power forward that can't really shoot, but he does everything else so well that Quinn can't justify getting rid of him. In terms of the small forward, who we got a small forward?
Dyson and Lou Dort.
Dyson is not a Quinn guy
but he keeps Dyson up there because Dyson can play defense, and Quinn can't.
It's the contract. It's the contract right now.
Contract and the contract and the defense. Quinn can't coach defense, and Dyson brings defense. Same thing with Lou Dort. Neither one of those guys are great shooters.
What about Nall?
Really Quinn guys.
What about Nall?
Nall is definitely a Quinn guy. Nall fits Quinn to a T.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So according to you, we need three. We got to replace 3 starters.
Wait a minute. How is Nall a Quinn guy?
Because he can shoot the 3.
He shoot the 3.
No. He just developed into doing that this year.
And
no,
when he developed into doing that, he became a starter.
No, he didn't. He always shot the 3. He just
got
more opportunity this year because Trey went down. So he got more opportunity.
Yeah.
He got his volume up.
Go look what he did in Minnesota. That's why we went after him.
Yeah,
wait a minute. But wait a minute.
Back to your last statement, Damon. I don't think we need to get rid of three starters. I think that we have 3 starters that are not really Quinn guys, but he will accept 2 of those. He would definitely accept the defense and Jalen Johnson until he finds somebody better.
Okay, is CJ a Quinn guy?
Hold on, one last thing. The other thing about Quinn, I don't think Quinn wants to star. I think Quinn came out of that Duke system where there was no real star except for tall guy, Laettner.
Quinn wanted CJ and Kispert because they shoot the 3 well.
I think he's about mainly team players and having this five-player system that works together. Anytime you got somebody that can stand out, I don't think that's somebody that Quinn really wants.
Okay, well, hey.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna say this about Dyson.
Hey, Marion, who was his big man? Who was his big man, Marion?
Gobert.
Now, Double O is nowhere. Double O ain't bad as Gobert.
Yeah, but he's a wide out now.
Gobert. I got to give Double O some praise on that. I'm damning him with faint praise.
Gobert be getting
Marion,
Gobert,
you told me advice then, Marion.
Today, Gobert would not be a Quinn guy.
As of today,
Gobert would not be a Quinn guy. His center has to be able to spread the floor and shoot the 3. He will not be a Quinn guy.
But if you listen to everybody else, they said that Quinn developed Gobert.
Well, he got Gobert as a rookie. That's why.
Yeah.
So he played under Quinn as a rookie.
Oh, and they developed it. And my question is, into what?
A 4-time.
He never changed.
And what that mean? What you asked me earlier, DeMar? Who name on that trophy? Is it Hakeem?
Damn, I forgot who name is on the trophy. I forgot. I knew it though. No, defensive player of the year, big deal.
Oh, that ain't what.
I said defensive player of the year, not making the.
How many of them won a ring? Man,
Jalen, Draymond Green, what's my boy name? He used to have who Boston got rid of? Marcus Smart.
Oh boy!
Player of the year.
See, y'all talking about overvaluing something.
Wemby was in the finals. Giannis won.
Y'all talking about overvaluing an award.
What you mean? I'm just answering your question.
Yeah, I know it. You're answering it marvelously. But it's an overvalued award.
My bad, because you thought defensive player of the year didn't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
It does.
How many points do you score making a defensive player? That don't mean nothing, man.
Well, Gobert has never won.
I'm gonna tell you like outside of Gobert,
that don't mean.
Let me tell you something, man. Most of the time, your defensive player of the year are one of your top players because they're usually two-way players.
Is Gobert
you know the problem with the Timberwolves. You know the problem with the Timberwolves.
I think Gobert averaged 12 points over his career.
Let me tell you what they should have did. Let me tell you what they should have did. The Timberwolves should have moved off of Gobert and kept.
They can only move off what people. They can only move off. They can only move off people that people want.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just saying Gobert is their problem.
Gobert made too much money.
Really their problem for winning a championship. They need to move out Gobert and get a better
not their
center.
problem. The problem is Randall didn't score no more points in the playoff. That's their problem.
But I'm just saying, the problem is Gobert is a love. That is their problem. You're not going to win a championship with Gobert.
Gobert not their main issue though, man. Only thing that Gobert.
Yeah, I understand it's not the main issue. He's one of the issues. What I'm trying to say, you're not going to win a championship with a Gobert type center.
Bro, they were just in the finals. Okay. What you talking about?
I understand they was in the finals because of the other players around him, because of Ant-Man, because
not the
he
finals.
was in the finals because of Ant-Man.
I'm sorry.
The North defense does not win championships.
Not the finals. I'm sorry. They was in the Western Conference final. My bad. I said finals. They was in the
Western Conference final, and it was because of Ant-Man. And last time because of Ant-Man and your boy who over here with the Knicks who just won a championship. That's the reason why they was there. Okay, and because of the other players they had around him, and because of they had Nar over there who was actually the sixth man off the bench of the year. It wasn't because of Gobert. Gobert just have a similar job to stand in the lane and block shots. And sometimes he clog up the lanes. And what I'm saying is that I don't just think that you can actually literally win a championship with Gobert.
What the Hawks are doing is because they like Double O and how he plays so much. That's why they're trying to strengthen the perimeter defending. That's why they went and got Dort. So now you got Dort, you got Dyson. Now I'm not saying you play them together because you also still have Nar who can defend. Not a good defender, but he can defend. The numbers say he's not that good. That's why I said that. That's what the number said. But here's the thing.
The analytics say he can't defend.
Yeah, that's what analytics said. So you got defenders out there. So you can have a guy like Double O out there because we need Double O. We need him out there so he can move that big man so Jalen Johnson can get to the basket. So and CJ McCollum can get to the basket. So that's why we need Double O. That's why we just can't get a regular big unless he a backup, because if he can't shoot, and once again, that's why they go back with that's why they went back. They brought Landale back, because at the backup, Landale can do the same thing that Double O does: set screen, stretch the defense, clear the lane, so Jalen Johnson can operate, so CJ McCollum can operate. Hopefully, Dyson Daniels can operate. So I mean, but at the end of the day, like I said, for me, and I'm only speaking for me, is that if we don't make a conference final, to me, it's a waste of season. Every year, that's how it is for me, because I'm done making a playoff. For me, I'm only speaking for me. That's not a goal. We've made the playoff. That's a nothing, but that should be a bare minimum standard, right? Like us not making a playoff should be a fireable offense. But you know, as Atlanta Hawk fans, we for some reason we accept if we just try hard. Hey, don't worry about it. We try hard. I ain't for that. But like I said, man,
Answer say we are not one player away from a championship. That means he be saying that we haven't made the moves yet to get a championship.
Right, but see, that's
tell me your team is not built to get a championship. And that's what he's going to say. That sort of irks me, man.
Because he's gonna say that because he really don't want to answer no questions. Because he don't really care. Let's be honest. I mean, he don't really care what no fans think, but he don't want to go into any intricacies or nothing because there's probably a lot to discuss. That's why he just be like, bro, we're not 1 or 2 players away. Even though he knows you need
money, we are not a championship team.
Right. You ain't got to do that. That's why you can watch them for free this year. It's all been played out very well. It's all laid out, in my opinion, it's laid out perfectly on purpose. So that way Hawk fans can take their eyes. You're not really worried about the product on the floor. Because guess what? When the Hawks lose, you know what people gonna say? I'm gonna tell you the first thing they're gonna say. At least I ain't pay for no tickets. I got to watch them. I get to watch them lose for free.
I done watched it on TV.
So it takes your eye, it takes your mind off why we keep losing. But you know what? It don't even matter because I'm not even spending no money. So I keep saying Tony Wrestler know exactly what he does. That's why once again I'm gonna say it again. State Farm Arena in the NBA is the #1 fan experience in the NBA, voted on by fans. Why? Because it takes your eyes off the product on the floor. Ticket is the same person who was telling me that he was like, man, a lot of people go to the game just for the vibes, because of the clubs, because of the bar. Because guess what? He was telling me
ain't
one
no
time,
basketball getting played down there.
He was saying that you it's so much to do in State Farm that you're not even concerned about what's going on the floor. But guess what? If I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, even if we be an 8th or 9th seed and make the play-in, guess what fans gonna do? Man, this was a great year. I didn't think we don't. What I've learned as an Atlanta Hawk fan is, in my opinion, the standards for the organization, it's not the same like Falcon fans. Like Falcon fans be like, if you don't make the playoffs, you should be fired. Get them out of here. You get back-to-back. What did Raheem Morris do? Back-to-back, what, 7 and 9? Get them out of here.
Trash.
But guess what? When it comes to the Hawks, how many years? Listen, how many years we come out here, we win between 39 and 43 games, man? Like, you could almost write that shit down. 39, 43 wins, going home in the first round. It's almost standard data for us. And you never see the fan base, and you never see the fan base like unify and be like, man, this some bullshit, bro. This some bullshit. When are we going to compete? When are we going to win? When are we going to compete? You never really see the fan base like band together like that and just be like, man, this some bullshit, bro. But it's been going on, like I always tell people. Just started in 2000. You got 26 years of blown draft picks, 26 years of bad ownership, 26 years of a bad front office work, 26 years of you had in 26 years, you drafted 0 first-team All-NBA players. You drafted 0 top 10 MVP guys. So, I mean, like, bro, like, and like this year, we're not winning nothing. But the funny thing to me is this. The reason I don't really get upset at fans is because I remember when I was a Hawks fan in my 20s and I was saying the same crap. Man, we up and coming, Marion. Man, Marion, in 5 years. When this dude right here, when Ross go right here in 5 years, he gonna be an MVP.
Boy, Lou Dort gonna set the
I remember. That's why I don't really get mad, because I remember when I was saying all the same stuff that they be saying. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna win 43. They gonna give you that 1 year where they go above and beyond. We might get close to 50, maybe went over 50. Then next year, we back to 39, 43, somewhere up in there. Same shit, rinse and repeat.
It's a mean trick.
Rinse and repeat, man.
It's a
but it's just so funny. It's just funny watching our younger fans say the same stuff. I'd be like, man, I remember when I used to do all that stuff. I used to look at all the numbers, pull up all the stats.
Can I?
But bro,
and see, that's the thing, man. I be listening to other managers with the word coming out their mouth saying championship. What are they? They know they got to compete. They know they got to compete.
I've never heard a front office guy
I wouldn't have got Giannis. I wouldn't manager say I wouldn't have got Miami to get to a championship.
You know what? You know what they should do? You know what they should do, John? When old boy go up there, when Steve Kuna go 9-2-9 a game, you know what they should ask him? When are we competing for a championship? Give me a timeline. Because I've never heard an Atlanta Hawk executive ever say, this year we're competing for a title. I ain't even heard one say in 2 years we should be good to go.
He gonna tell
you. Anybody tell me, have you ever heard that? Anybody?
We were the best team that played the Knicks.
I know. I haven't heard. Except Travis. Only person I heard was Travis when he said, "Let's tank. Let me build this team to be a Golden State type team." And when he said that, that was saying that if I'm going to build this team to mimic Golden State, I am building this team to be a championship team. That's what I took.
You know what you hear this year? You know what you hear this year? We're not skipping steps.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. We're not.
That's an excuse to tell you that we are not a championship team right now. We are not a championship team right now.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
guess
about
what?
to roll. Oh, see, I'm finna roll. Mike had popped up. I'm about to roll, Mike.
Look,
Nah,
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get ready to
I'm
roll
about
too.
to
I'm
roll,
gonna say
man. 'cause
one more thing.
I've been up here 3 hours, man. I'm hungry.
No,
I
you
got
can
to
still
go.
say you can still end it. Yeah, you still.
I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Salute to everybody who tapped in.
All right.
We appreciate it. Make sure I hit that like button, man. Keep supporting the channel, man, as we continue to. I don't know what we're doing. I'm just waiting for the season to start so it can end personally, so we can get to the off season.
I'm ready
we
for
get
some
our we get
football.
our pick. So, hey, salute to
Football
everybody
and
who tapped
baseball.
in,
Well,
man.
that's serious.
We appreciate the support on the channel, man. We're gonna keep being here talking this Hawks basketball, and I'm gonna catch up with y'all later.